All right, guys, welcome on in to session number 76 of Unlikely Heroes. Seru, thank you for being here as always. Um, Looks like let's see, made my party a 3 and BG3. Oh yeah, the FPS rate does drop. Now here's the interesting thing though, and this is just something to digress from what we're talking about with D&D. But once you've created that party of 4, Seru, um, get yourself situated in game, save immediately with that custom party of 4, and quit the game and close down all the other iterations of the game. Launch the game with one iteration, just a standard game, and then load that game and all 4 characters will be there without having to run the 4. The 4 is only for the initial creation and an intro scene. That's it. So just for reference to help you out. I did that and it runs perfectly fine. Good. Well, that's excellent. So I like to hear. All right. Anyways, back to D&D. So, yep, this is session number 76 of Unlikely Heroes. We appreciate you being here. Same old, same old. I won't be paying a whole lot of attention to chat tonight, as the party deserves all of my time and attention. And yeah, we're gonna dive into it. We've got everybody here with us this week again. Last week we didn't have Kat, but we did have Kat. Kind of. I played Aurora very well, might I add. Until I was able to kind of whisk her away. So Kevin will be just a couple minutes late. It's Father's Day, so I'm assuming that he's gotten some stuff going on. So anyways, he'll be here in just a bit, and in the meantime, just enjoy watching Lucy eat an entire pepperoni pizza without cutting it, and yeah, we'll see where the night takes us. All right, we appreciate y'all being here. Thank you. All right, guys. So the last time we played, the lot of you, we had picked up in the Grelian Mountains, or actually we picked up in Grell, excuse me, and you guys had made the decision to call on Ishmir to cash in the boon, which honestly was a pretty good fucking use of that boon. I either thought that you guys were going to use it for something like that, like transportation, not necessarily for Chuck, because Chuck was something that I didn't write. You guys wrote that, which is awesome. Or I thought you were just going to find somebody you really didn't like the Hobgoblins, and be like, yo, go torch that whole fucking village. Because that seems like something that at least 3 out of the 4 of you would agree on. And that would be terrible because majority rules. Anyways, so Ishmir showed up, picked you up, and took off with you. It was a rough ride, to say the absolute least, as you guys were very close to being just like completely annihilated just from the flight, because yeah, you asked a dragon to fly you somewhere, which she agreed to do, but none of you knew how to fly a fucking dragon. So that's kind of the tough thing. So yeah, you managed though. Barely, but you managed. You guys landed near Pudu, and you dropped off Chuck. And after a very beautiful and heartfelt goodbye to Chuck, hey, welcome in, Kevin. So after a very heartfelt goodbye to Chuck, you guys took off once more and headed as far south as Ishmir would take you, which just so happened to be on the southern edge, the exterior southern edge of the Grelian Mountains. Where you found a cave to sleep in, which was pretty convenient. The cave in itself was actually, Ishmir told you that it was actually a cave that she used when she was just a wormling, as her first essentially lair, and the remnants of the creatures and monsters and people that she had consumed long ago was pretty evident in there. But hey, it was cozy, so... The next day, you guys awoke and you began to head south. Now, you had determined that it would take you probably three and some change days to get from where you were down to the swamp, and that was bypassing everywhere that you possibly could. However, you were awfully close to the Circle of the Land, and you decided that it would be in your best interest to get yourselves back on a regular sleep cycle, which I, as a DM, absolutely agree with because exhaustion levels fucking suck. And you guys got yourselves, you wanted to get yourselves tucked away in the Circle of the Land if they would allow you in. So after some back and forth trying to decide whether or not they would even allow you, you walked up to the woods, and sure as shit, the grass and the vegetation parted, and you guys entered the Circle of the Land. It was at that point you were brought into the map that you see here, which is essentially like a large interior dome in the center of this massive pine and oak forest that has multiple small biomes that are all existing within it separately, but in a weird cohesive state, such as the Circle of the Land. You met with a couple of the druids on the exterior of the dome, and you were brought to the Archdruid's hut, which is circled right now in blue. And it is there you met Archdruid Carissa Lasui, who in this state is much younger than she was in the first campaign by about 100 years. Yeah, she was this child essentially who was very creepy, very worked up by your presence, definitely made note of everything she felt about you in the most innocent and awkward childlike way that she could have. You guys decided you were going to stay here for the evening, and she said, hey, you can stay here, no problem, do your thing, we'll take care of you, you find a place that you want to be, not an issue. I believe it was at that point that Ree and Gray decided they were going to bed down, I think in one of the abodes that were available, and Doc was going to the base of the mountain to sleep, to feel more of a connection to Aurora. And she did, and if I'm not mistaken, there was even an attempt to contact Aurora, which was met with a very hostile. Am I wrong about this?
So
You're shaking your head.
She sat down next to the lava and started like just meditating, and then the voice reached out to her, and then she talked shit to it.
That was it, and then it was just like, well, fuck you.
Yeah.
I have what you want, so go fuck off.
Yeah, I rolled a nat 20, so it was like, all right, fine, this time.
So anyways, yeah, so that's pretty much where we left off. Today's session is going to be picking up on the 7th of Jury at about 9 a.m. But before that happens, we'll do just a little teeny tiny bit of backtrack before we dive into the thick of it. So, XP recap for last time. Didn't have a whole lot of, intense events that unfolded, so everybody got the base 500 roleplay experience, because there was some great roleplay moments. And that brings Gray to 47,481. That is 47481. Aurora to 46,719. And that is an increase, just so you're aware. I know I mentioned it last week, but just in case you didn't hear it, you did get XP because you gave me like 2.5 months notice that you were not going to be there last week. So, which again, I seriously cannot tell you how much I fucking appreciate that.
The second I knew, you knew.
I know, and that's what's great about it. And then the remaining two party members are at 49,549. All right, guys, before we kick it off, do we have any questions, comments, clarifications, and I'll take concerns today?
I have many concerns, mostly about Doc getting killed by my great-granddad.
Oh, she's okay for now.
For now.
Held her own.
Okay, then I have concerns about what Doc's gonna say to Aurora when she comes back.
If she comes back. Bold of you to assume she's just gonna pop up.
Well, I have another character write-up for you.
I am not surprised by that at all. Alright, guys, if there's no questions, comments, clarifications, or concerns, we'll go ahead and push on. So, let me get some music started here. So, it is the night of the 6th of Juri. It is very, very late. The conversation between whatever entity claims Aurora's existence and Doc has just concluded. Ree and Gray have fallen into a deep slumber within the very warm, cozy, bedded confines of Archdruid Lesui's abode. Doc, you snap out of this, we'll call it a trance for lack of better terminology, but essentially what was a small trance. You spaced out, and that was what happened, and now you have come to. And as you come to, you look at the small ripples and cracks, the almost spiderweb-like veins that have peeled apart in the ground around you, allowing a very faint and very dull orange glow to break through, reminding you that you are sitting, regardless of where you think you might be, at the base of an active volcano. And across the open field and past the abodes of the druids, in the same location that you are now, you see a mountain, easily 150 feet tall, covered in snow. And as you look down to the southeast, you see sweeping sand dunes kicked up by a almost perpetually existent midday sun, but only within the confines of that specific land's realm. What would you like to do?
I think at the conclusion of that conversation, they had said there were some huts, I believe, around. So, and
Yeah, so all of these specific biomes have at least a couple of dwellings that these druids appear to stay in.
okay. She would look to one of the attendants. Volcano attendant.
Oh, there's nobody around you.
Oh, there's not.
No, this is a massive volcano. Like, you see a couple of probably vultures circling overhead, not over you, but like over the top of this volcano as it sputters and spits ashes and cinders. But as far as like just druids hanging out, they're not just like standing by you and just waiting.
Oh, okay. Well, do any of the...
I mean, you can find somebody if you'd like to get up and go find somebody.
No, do any of the huts nearby like have an open door or look uninhabited?
Make a perception
I don't wanna
check.
walk into someone's house.
So we'll say there's 3 or 4 that are kind of in a row, and they're like bungalows, kind of actually lifted up and off of the ground by these large bamboo platforms, and then the base of them is almost cemented in this like lava-like, like cold molten lava, obviously to prevent them from catching fire and, you know, killing everybody in the middle of the night. All of the doors appear to be closed. There is light coming from 2 of them, and there is also an open window on the furthest to the right that you can definitely smell something cooking inside, probably, and strangely enough, some sort of meat.
They being the rest of the party were staying here, right?
Correct.
She probably, since she was able to make contact, I guess, for like a term, she would head back that way. She's just very concerned about walking in.
Okay, so you're going to go down towards the central hut, yes?
Yeah, where I knew the other 2 were staying.
Okay, so you approach the central hut, you go inside. Inside, there are a series of small chambers that are kind of off of the central area. In the central area that you walk into, Archdruid Lesui is currently sitting completely cross-legged with her hands on her knees. Her eyes at the moment are closed, and she appears to be in some sort of meditative state. She is sleeping, maybe. She almost looks like she's meditating more like an elf would, though she's very clearly human. I mean, not like So you can see a half-elf, right, and be like, just that little tiny bit of ear or that little tiny bit of almond in the eyes gives them away as being half-elf. She is, like, even if you strain to try to find something, she's a human.
There's nothing. Okay.
No.
Did I see which room they went in or what direction? I don't recall.
You know what? We'll say for the sake of brevity, yes, you know that they're to the rear behind where she's at and in a small alcove with like a curtain hanging over the doorway.
Yeah, so she would try to carefully go past
It's
her.
called a portier, by the way.
Oh, that's right. You did bring up the portier last time. She would try to go past her as quietly as possible so people would disturb her.
Okay. Give me just one moment. I'm gonna just talk off mic for just a sec. Red Eye, hey, and thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate you being here. I apologize. I don't pay a whole lot of attention to chat while I'm DMing because I like to give all of my love and attention to the team here, to the players. So please bear with me while we are here. But there's a lot of people hanging out in chat. Everybody is very friendly and very open and very willing to talk. So, and hello VR, how are you? Again, I apologize. I do not say a whole lot in chat, and I don't really address chat while I'm doing this because I don't even have the screen up. But I encourage you to sit back, relax, and just enjoy what we have for you tonight. Thank you, guys. Okay. All right. So. You go back to the room, you move the portier off to one side, and as you peek inside, there is a very sleepy little goblin and a very sleepy, large Azamar, who, by the way, for the record, now you know that there has been no full-blown change, but even in his unconscious state, Gray does still have that very, very, very faint, hazy halo just barely hanging over his head. Though you could swear that within the same realm that it is glowing and active, there are still shadows milling about his body constantly. And Dree is just a sleepy little gobbo.
So she would take note of that, since she's constantly kind of watching that progression with Gray, but she'll find a corner or something, an open spot, and lay down and try to sleep.
Okay. And just as a total side note, Kevin, I want you to know that Candace and I were playing Baldur's Gate last night. We encountered a goblin, and she talked for, like, I'd say at least 7 minutes about how her goddess had received this booyog from the beyond, and she used the term booyog, and it made my heart just fucking weep for joy.
Oh yeah, no, I got that from the player's handbook. That's
yeah, it's like fucking legit, dude. It's crazy. It's crazy. Larian Studios, I was just like, I looked at Candace, I was like, did this bitch just say booyog? Yes, she did.
All goblins call it booyog.
Right, yeah, and it's funny because our characters were questioning goblins being able to use healing magic because she kept referring to her as a healer that had booyog. Right. And I was like, no fucking way. And she's like, no, I'm telling you, come on, come meet her. Get me out of here and come meet her. And I was like, I kind of want to meet this bitch. All right. Okay, so the three of you drift off to sleep. The two of you were already asleep. The third of you does finally drift off to sleep. Doc. As you begin to drift off to sleep, you find your state, we will call it, the state of blackout. As you drift into a deep slumber, become hot. It becomes almost realistic. It becomes almost violent as you feel your presence drifting into this unconscious state suddenly come into a state of full consciousness. And as you open your eyes and glance around you, your landscape has changed. Ree and Gray, for the last what seems eternity, you have found yourselves in a similar landscape, speckled with hot lava fonts. Speckled with hot lava fonts. You feel your body paralyzed in place, only able to look in the central direction of the map that you see before you. In the center of this map, you see a large platform on which the following creatures currently stand. Creatures that bear a striking resemblance to red dragons, though very clearly humanoid in nature, but absolutely 100% not dragonborn. Two of these creatures stand flanking what you can see clear as day is at least some visage of Aurora, chained by all fours, one shackle holding each arm and one shackle holding each leg, spread eagle on her back. These shadows wreathed in shadow, or excuse me, the shackles wreathed in shadow. She is unmoving. At the base of the platform and outside of what is very clearly an active and moving lava font, you see these creatures. Again, draconic in nature and very large, almost large dog size, but reptilian, red dragon looking, but definitely not red dragons. One standing to the northwest and one standing to the southeast. You see three massive statues of a figure that is completely shrouded, save for its hands, which are holding a large open brazier. The braziers are in the constant state of pouring hot and fresh lava into this large pool around the platform or the altar. The lava fonts that go to the southeast, the southwest, and the northwest are all actively moving away from this central location. Doc, it's about this time that Gray and Ree have been here now for what feels like an eternity, paralyzed in place. Ree, you glance over to your right as you see a flash near a large crystal, and you see Doc's body materialize in shadow, and then take full material form. As that happens, you begin to hear the bubbling, Doc. The bubbling of the lava, very familiar to what you had heard before near the base of the volcano, in the circle of the land. The creatures, the two humanoid, red draconic, dragonoid, humanoid forms, look down and they smile. Each of them equipped with a long sword, a short sword, and what is very clearly a heavy crossbow, begin to load their crossbows and take aim. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Okay.
Well, this is not how I was expecting to start this session.
Me neither. Oh.
I like to catch you guys. I like to catch you guys off guard once in a while. It's always fun for me. Yeah, and for the record, Aurora, I also do need you to roll initiative.
Yeah, I was going to ask. I was also going to say I take it that I should never miss any sessions because this shit's scary.
This does not have anything to do with. Well, okay, look, this was an the door was open, okay, with you not being here last week, and it just gave me an opportunity to build what was maybe a cool encounter, or maybe a
But you know,
horrifying
that's really
encounter.
fitting for an initiative, though, considering I'm chained.
I agree. 5.
I don't have
And
an example, so I just suck at rolling.
Yeah, Doc rolled on that 20.
It's so fitting. I love it.
All right. So, as the creatures, as these two humanoid creatures begin to load these crossbows, very clearly crossbows, Doc, Gray, and Ree, you feel your paralysis just let loose. As it lets loose and your bodies begin to move and you begin to crack your necks and kind of, stretch and move actively as you realize that this is going to be a shit show. Everybody hears, everybody, including you, Aurora. By the way, Aurora, right now you are restrained. Just so you know, the restrain feature is on you, and that is what your debuff is. So, as this is unfolding and you begin to move, you hear a voice boom from overhead, almost as if you are in a stadium and the speakers have let loose down upon you.
Finally, you've given enough gifts to visit me in my realm. I will haunt your nightmares. I will see you dead, you fools.
Doc, it is your turn.
Well, I was going to start by saying there's no need for bloodshed, but...
We don't do that here.
We don't do that, yeah.
So it didn't look like that voice came from any of these guys either, right? That are here. It just was...
Make a perception check. This will be passive.
18?
That voice came from nothing. It came from the center of what is, we'll call it just the map, but it was like way overhead. So unless they utilized some form of magic to do so, it was not of this world.
Doc will say, this doesn't have to come to bloodshed, and she can't do your bidding if she's dead.
Doc, make a, Doc, what's your passive insight?
16.
And, okay. What's your insight bonus?
My insight bonus is a +6.
6? Okay, so that's a 19 for this passive insight check. The voice you just heard was not the voice you talked to earlier.
Oh. In that case...
And I know that they are close, and they are close in the way that I have mixed them, but there are very clear differences in what you just heard.
Honestly, that would have just been a Doc assumption. You could have probably made them very different, and Doc probably would have still made that same assumption, just to be fair.
That's also fair, but with a passive insight and a passive perception like you have, there's no way.
Okay.
I mean, you can assume anything as your character,
No,
but just so you
yeah.
know, that's your clarification.
I'm good. I'm good with that. Okay.
All right, Doc, what are you doing? So you've moved, so Doc bolts into the middle of the field. As you glance around, you can see at the far corner, we'll call it corner. Yeah, it is at the corner. The far corner of the map, you see Gray by himself. By the way, this place is domed off. And when I say domed off, I mean very akin to what you have seen in the Circle of the Land and other extra-dimensional places. There is a physical barrier that surrounds this place, and the confines of this map, the edges, are walls.
Okay.
They are completely enshrouded in shadow. There is no physical form here except for said shadow. Billowing shadow.
And just to be clear, we did not get a long rest, correct? So
You
our
did not...
resources-
Be,
okay, so
yep,
one-
exactly.
Okay, in that case, then...
Although you shouldn't have had anything lost. There was... You guys had multiple long rests. Oh, you guys did cast spells because you were casting to talk to people.
Sending and stuff.
Yep,
yeah,
yep,
that's
yep,
what I
yep.
was
Okay, nope, that's a very fair point.
asking.
Glad I
Okay.
had Doc do that.
I kind of am too, but we'll see if we'll.
I also am too, as well. Am.
Also. Yeah. So I just want to look at the. Okay, she was still a little bit too far away. So she's just gonna yell out, "Aurora, free yourself!" And then there's like that's all she can do. So I'll just hold my action for a melee attack to anything that gets in close.
Is it bad that I heard Aurora yourself?
Either way.
As Aurora's like, Ree! That's my level in Barbarian, bitch!
You know, that's fair. It could have been a Aurora Breaker of Chains moment that
Yeah.
she was asking for.
Yeah.
Aurora, triple class.
I mean, it kind of was. Actually, before I... Okay, I'm gonna try Sacred Flame on this one.
Okay, give me one moment. And what do I need to do, please?
Sacred Flame is a Dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw, got it.
14.
Alright, roll some damage.
Alright. That is a whopping 5 points of radiant damage.
It appears to take full damage. As you mutter the incantation and bring your hand down, flame spirals out of the sky, smacking this thing in the head. Kind of actually like clocking it, like real good, as it is in the process of currently loading a crossbow. Alright.
I just have my shield ready.
Okay, so with that being said... Alright, so this creature charges you.
Ruh-roh.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This creature begins to charge down towards Gray. However, even with its double move, it does not make it. And, Doc, when this thing gets to you, it is going to... so as it charges at you, and at this point you see it is like no bullshit. It's about the size of a Great Dane, but twice as wide. It has no wings, but is completely covered in scales and is all muscle. It lunges at you with a bite, and then as it bites you, which does hit. And that is for minimum damage. That is 4 points of piercing damage. It grabs onto your midsection, shakes you once, and as it does so, spins in a circle and swings its tail at you. You, seeing the tail coming, dip down underneath it, and it swings overhead, and you feel heat coming off of this thing's body, like horrifically. Doesn't burn you, but it's hot. Ree.
Okay, so we have all of our gear, right?
You have everything that you fell asleep with, yep, and all of your skills and abilities that you went to sleep with last night.
Okay. Alright, so actually, I should have measured how far this is. Okay, we're good. So we're just gonna saunter up to this gentleman here, screaming the entire way, and then give this guy, try to give this guy a healthy whack.
A whack away.
Whack. Whack one.
Wick whack patty whack. Give that dog thing a bone. Alright, I'm done.
Whack a
Sorry.
day keeps the demon dogs away.
Son of a bitch. Okay, so, yeah, so Ree, you come down on this thing. Sorry, just a quick question. Did you rage or no?
I am raging, yeah.
You are raging. Okay,
That
sorry.
didn't take-
No, it's fine. I just want to make sure that I put the rage counter on you. I assumed you were. There you go. You are raging officially.
Yes.
All right, the Raging Cajun. So, and that did not include the rage damage, correct?
So that's
So it's
12.
13? Oh, 12? Okay.
Is it?
I-
Is it 13?
I don't know.
It's still 12.
It's still 12. Okay. All right. So you smack the absolute shit out of this thing.
Yep, and then I'm going to attempt to do it again.
All right.
Ooh, almost nat 20.
So yeah, so you hit it both times. Give me a moment. Good lord.
And that's 13 total.
All right, so you hit it the first time. As it's swinging around with its tail, you reach Doc. You smack the shit out of this thing's tail, and you hear an audible crunch as you dent the scales and blood begins to pour out. Like normal red blood, it is bleeding profusely. It turns around, takes a defensive posture, and begins to growl and hiss at you. As that happens, you smack it across the snout, and you see at least a half dozen teeth blast out of the side of its mouth, and blood begin to spill from its snout.
It's a bad dragon dog. Enzree's turn.
All right. Gray, as you come out of your paralysis, you look ahead of you and you see this big fucking draconic dog thing bearing down on you. But it is panting heavily and slobber is dripping out of its mouth, and you're like, oh, it's not gonna get, it's moving, it's starting to slow down because it's starting to run out of breath.
Yeah, so I have a question.
Okay.
The two guard, or at least the guard I can see, because I think the other one's blocked by a statue. Is it like on the same platform as Aurora, or is it on like this little lower area?
So it is on the same platform, but it is like 2.5 feet lower than where she's at. It's kind of got like a bevel or a steeped edge.
That's good enough for me. I'm gonna turn to the dog and go, bad dog, and I'm gonna cast Dimension Door.
Oh.
Go straight to Aurora.
Okay. Holy.
It has 500 feet range.
Yeah. No. I was looking at your line of sight because you have to see where you're going with Dimension Door, don't you? Or is that a no?
I don't think you do.
Or is it Misty Step? You have to know where you're going.
That's Misty Step for sure.
It just says within range.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
any other spot with
I'm gonna allow it because you're technically, you can see right here. So you can put yourself here, or you can put yourself right behind her right there. I mean, you are just far enough away for that to not be an issue. So Gray mutters this incantation, and as he does so, he slappity bass and oh wait, whoops, that's your other bard character. You slappity bass drum, and as the pulse goes off, literally this portal just materializes in front of you. You jump through it, and as you do so, it seals closed, and you find yourself right next to Aurora. Gray, give me one moment. I have to roll a couple of passive things here because you are one of those people. So at first glance, you don't notice anything, but what you do feel is a very potent hum of some sort of magic coming from these four, essentially coils. They don't even look like chains that are binding her at this point. They look like shadowy coils that are holding her down. With that being said, there are clear locks on these shadowy coils, but they are also made of shadow. Aurora, you have been essentially in a catatonic state up until this point. Once you vanished, you were told nothing. However, when Gray Dimension Doors behind you, you come to consciousness. The last thing you remember is being on the back of Ishmir. And as you come to consciousness, you look down, you begin to tug, and as you tug, you feel these shadowy shackles, which are cold to the touch against your warm skin, and they pull you back, hold you down in this X'd position. You can speak, but you cannot move, you are restrained.
In that
Okay.
case, when Gray pops up over her and she wakes up, he's gonna go, oh great, you're awake. That makes this easy. Your grandpa sucks. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna try and not get shot. He's gonna lie down. But before he does that, he's gonna turn to... Actually, do I have enough range to see? I don't think I can see either of you, so I don't...
No, you cannot see past this statue to the north here. That thing is about 40 feet tall. And, I mean, you know, 10 by 10.
Because he's just gonna go... If you can do something about the chains, try to. If not, I might be able to get you out next round. I might be able to get you out.
All right, so...
Have fun. And then I'm just gonna crouch, lay down.
Okay,
So
so...
guys, don't shoot me.
So Gray lays down. With that being said, Gray, I need you to roll a d6. Just roll a d6, please. All right, beautiful. Okay. Thank you. All right, so that brings us to Aurora. Aurora, you find yourself standing, and of course, the first fucking person you see is this guy. I won't call him names because it's not my character, but you know. You see Gray, who speaks to you. You come to consciousness, and you see these two big humanoid-looking draconic dudes wreathed in full red scales in the middle of loading a crossbow. What do you do?
Okay. So, Aurora, first thing is the panic pulling at the chains. Not actively trying to break through, just realizing the situation. Then she's going to go very, very calm for a second, and she's going to raise her head up to look at the one standing above her head, which is this. It doesn't really matter. I'm looking at
Okay, yep, got
either
it.
of them, and I am doing Hunter Sense.
Oh, shit, okay. Okay. Alright, so give me just a moment to get some information for you.
She does the scary calm that, you know, when you hit a crisis situation that you're hitting, like, ultimate fear. She does that kind of calm and just looks at this thing.
I love Rangers. I really do. I know they're so hated on, but they have such cool shit if they're built right. Not even right, if they're built interesting. Okay, so with that being said, though, you use Hunter Sense. Is that right? Is that what you said it was? Hunter Sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so you use your action, and you learn whether the creature has any damage immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities, and what they are if the creature is not hidden from divination magic. So, Aurora, as soon as your senses come to, your eyes, and Gray, you see red energy begin to vibrate off of her face, and as you kind of like look up just a little bit before you duck back down to try to not be shot, you realize her eyes are glowing in a vibrant and fiery red. Aurora, you are looking at a half-red dragon. These are humanoids that were gifted more than Dragonborn, but less than full dragons in their transformation to quote-unquote dragonhood. This is a half-dragon, and obviously its color is red. It does have a resistance to fire, it has no vulnerabilities, and it has no immunities. And that's what you get.
Yeah, I was really hoping some Meepo magic would have helped me there, but no. Okay, so she is
What
just...
Meepo?
I still have some cold magic. I didn't get rid of all of it. So she's just going to look at this thing, and that's really it at the moment. She's just kind of trying to take stock of the situation as best she can and not panic about being bound.
I totally get that. Okay, so with that being said, bear with me one moment.
Please don't.
Alright, so, Gray, as you crouch down, one of these things does absolutely take notice of you appearing next to it. It puts its crossbow down below it, it turns next to you, it breathes deep, and as it does, you hear this gurgling, and you hear a snap as this gas that it's been breathing into its chest ignites, and it breathes out towards you. Gray, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Alright, but before I do that...
And,
So, for my...
hold on 1 second.
Hold everything on.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Before I do that, my little special shadowy thingy, is that applied to... Can I use that for this?
Hang on.
Or attempt to?
I write things very specifically, so just let me look at what it says here. So, no. Nope, because this is a saving throw and has nothing to do with being hit by a melee or ranged attack.
Alright.
But that's a very good question. I appreciate you asking that. God damn! My man! Holy shit, dude. Wow, well
The only
done.
eye roll for tonight. Get used to it.
Yeah, no shit. Hey, look, I'll take it. Alright, so, instead of taking the 28 points of damage you were about to take, you take, because that was, I swear to you guys, I just rolled max fucking damage on that, and I'm not even rolling my dice. I am rolling my, oh, no, it's not, that's not max damage. I rolled one die that was a 6, so it made it look like it was max damage on my screen. So you take 14 points of fire damage. As this cone breathes out and over you and just scorches the absolute shit out of your clothing down to your skin. Your hair is just, I mean, you're not in a good spot right now. But you are alive.
Right, so if I failed that save, that would have knocked me out.
Yes. Yeah, I would have dealt 28 points of damage. Alright. With that being said, the other half-dragon creature turns the crossbow up and is going to take a shot at Ree. You know what? Fuck it. I got all my dice sitting here and it makes me sad to not roll dice, but it's just such a pain in the ass sometimes. Alright, so the first shot goes off. Ree, you hear this clunk, and over your head, and you look to your right, and you see this projectile clunk, hit the shadow wall and just evaporate. You look back over towards this weird half-dragon thing as it cranks back on the final click of the crossbow, drops a bolt in, pulls it up, and fires again. This one does hit. For 9 points of piercing damage, reduced, because you're raging, to 4. And that is the end of its turn. Back to the top. Doc. Doc, I need you to roll a d6 for me, please.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. I did it too.
Okay, thank you. What are you doing for your turn?
I'm going to...
Did you say crying? That's a free action, so what's
It
the
is
rest of
free.
your turn?
She's going to continue to go, Aurora! And then... But I wouldn't have seen what happened to Gray. The only thing I
No,
can see is...
you cannot
okay.
see anything past that. You saw he did disappear from the southern... Well, actually, you know what? You didn't even see him in the first place because you were so far away from him. Yeah, you have no idea where his ass is at.
In that case, then, honestly, I guess I'm just gonna try to hit this fucking thing in front of us, too.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm going to hit it with, my battle axe.
Okay. Oh, that's right. You are wielding a fucking battle axe, aren't you?
I am for 15, is that it?
There he is. And he's in blue. You're my boy, Blue. Okay, so the 15 does hit.
Nice, okay. Damage?
You have a shield on, right?
Yes.
Okay,
it's just one
so
hand.
it's 9. All right, got it. Jesus Christ, 9. Oh, it's because it's a what is it?
I
How the
rolled
hell?
max.
Oh, okay.
I rolled an 8 on them. So
Okay, hold on. If you have max though, how did you deal +1 damage?
It says 1d8 plus 1.
Well, look at your battle axe for me because I need to know things. Because I don't think you have a +1 battle axe.
That just says damage is 1d8 plus 1.
Oh, I'll look.
I think
Give
it
me a
might
second.
just be strength modifier.
That's what I was looking at.
Do you have a +1 strength modifier, Candace?
I do indeed.
Okay, well that's the end of it then. All right, thank you.
Yeah, so then there's that, and then...
All right, so you swing down at this thing, and as it is kind of like lurching up towards you in a defensive position or a posture, trying to snap at you again, and you see its tail kind of rearing back, but busted in 2 places from Ree's maul strike. You slash it across the opposite side of the face, cutting it from the top of its right eye all the way down to the bottom of its jaw, and the scales just split open like you're gutting a fish. This thing has very, very weak hide, but it is scaled. And it begins to bleed profusely with a loud yelp.
And Ree's looking okay, right?
Oh, Ree looks perfect. Ree looks better than ever.
In that case, I'm going to save my concentration. Sorry, Ree. But I am going to move... right there.
Okay. Just gonna scooch right past her.
Just gonna... excuse me.
Yeah. Just gonna scooch right past you. You know, keep killing this thing, thank you. Alright. Okay. So, the creature in front of you looks at Ree head on and is going to attempt to bite it. Bite her. Excuse me, not an it. And the bite... Oh gosh, you have... My goodness. Ree, you have a shield on right now or no?
Oh, shield's long gone.
Okay.
16 is the AC right now.
16. Okay, beautiful. So this thing snaps at you, and as it snaps at you, you throw the maul up, and it bites the haft of it. As it does so, you see the tail coming, and you dodge backwards. You rip the maul out of its mouth, and you smack the tail away. It spins in a circle, kind of like a dog who just got told no really loud, and it starts to glare at you. Both attacks completely missing.
That's a bad dragon dog. No.
All right, other dragon dog who got duped into a dimension door trick. 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Runs up onto the platform. I mean, literally, that's its entire turn, is that it charges up onto the platform because it can't. I mean, you know, dragon dog. All right, Ree. Before you start your turn, I need you to roll a d6, please.
Okay.
Roll better than a 1.
3.
That's better.
All right, Ree, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, that's my
Maybe
strength. That's my strong suit.
One's definitely seemed good.
Yeah, did that do it?
So, as Ree begins to rear back and swing down upon this weird draconic dog thing that is in front of her,
Before
you
I
hear...
Sorry, for my reaction... Well, no, never mind, I wouldn't know. Go ahead.
Okay. You hear the voice that had boomed out to you before boom out to you again, and all of you hear it.
Little Ree, you're all mine now in the realm of nightmare.
And that is when 4 shadowy tentacles burst from the ground around Ree. They wrap themselves around her, and Ree, you are restrained until the end of your next turn.
I still get an attack, right?
Yep. So you have disadvantage on attack rolls and dexterity saving throws, but your speed is reduced to 0, and attackers against you have advantage.
Okay. But so then I will attack this creature recklessly then.
Ooh, okay, gonna even it out.
Balance it out. If things are gonna get advantage on me, might as well.
Look, if things are gonna get weird, we're gonna make it real
Let's
weird.
make it real weird. So here we go with first attack. Whack. Oh no, this should be just straight roll. So
it's the 10. So the 10 does miss. As you swing down at it, these shadowy tendrils pull the maul back.
Don't like that. All right, so here's a second attack. This is at actual disadvantage. Okay. Wow.
Whoa, okay. I mean, wow. Okay, I guess, you know, you can take my shadowy tentacles and throw them to the wind because whatever.
shadowy tentacles?
NBFD. All right, so so you swing down and you actually, Doc, you see one of the tentacles snap and it allows Ree to swing the head of the maul without the haft even being necessary into the top of this thing's head and clubs the absolute shit out of it. And that is for, and now with your rage damage, is that 13?
That's 13, yeah.
As you hit this thing, you all but knock it into unconsciousness. Its head bounces off the ground, its jaw goes into this weird slack-like state, and its tongue begins to hang out of its mouth. It is panting.
Could I
Yeah, go ahead.
Could I add the Fury of the Small Stank to that?
Hell yeah. Well, how much?
9.
And it is with that the Fury of the Small, as its head bounces off the ground, you scream into its face, and you throw the head of the hammer back down onto its skull, and you just hear a crunch. It's like stepping on an egg as a full-grown man, just complete, and the thing squirms for a moment, and then falls completely silent in front of you.
This is the weirdest, most realistic dream I've ever had.
All right, Ree, anything else?
I can't move, so...
Yep, your speed is 0.
That's it, yeah.
That was awesome. Wow. For a restrained round, that was one of the coolest restrained rounds. Gray, it is your turn, but at the beginning of your turn, I need you to roll a d6. Five. Okay, give me one moment. Gray, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, yay!
It's not good. It's not good.
Gray, in your own mind, you hear,
Ah, Mr. Gray. Today is not your day. But it is not theirs either. Stand strong and fight back against this Escheralodon.
and you barely succeed at your Constitution saving throw as the waves of exhaustion begin to pour over you from the fonts of lava that are currently bubbling up and around you. It is your turn. What would you like to do?
Ray's gonna again look at Aurora and go, "Your grandpa sucks," and he's gonna hold on to Aurora and go, "Now this is gonna feel a bit weird, but hear me out." And then he's gonna cast Dimension Door, which I can take one willing creature with me.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and take Aurora with me, all the way up north.
All right, go ahead and place yourself wherever it is you're gonna place yourself. All right.
Wait.
So the Dimension Door, you mutter the incantation, the Dimension Door spins into existence. Aurora, you look up and you feel Gray's hand clasp around your arm, and as he jumps through the Dimension Door, it closes, and Aurora remains chained to the platform, and Gray appears at the far northern border of the shadow-enshrouded dome.
Oh, you fucking... You just hear like the swearing.
What language are you swearing in?
All of them.
Perfect. Fun for everyone. All right. Anything else, Gray? All three languages. Yeah.
Let me check it real quick. I don't normally use, yeah. You'll probably, because I still have my movement, right? Yeah.
Yeah, because that was an action, right? Yep.
Yeah. 20, 25. Okay, so my plan failed. Hi, Doc. Nice to see you.
Oh, hey, you're here too.
The fuck did you come from? Okay, where the fuck did he come from?
Man in my dreams.
Fucking
Not now.
Joe over here.
Anyway, good luck. Reed, good luck. Kick their ass. I'm gonna hide behind the statue. Part of inspiration.
What?
Nobody heard this because it was totally off my mic, but I literally just, as I'm grabbing a drink out of the fridge, I go, fucking Cotton Eye Joe, because you were like, where did you come from? And I was like, where did you go?
Already got me. That was funny.
You have a D8.
Who's got the, who was it, Ree, that has the inspiration? Okay, we'll go ahead and drop the
Oh,
inspiration
I was
on you.
gonna ask. I believe I have a DM inspiration. Am I allowed to use that this turn, or did that expire last?
Give me 1 sec. Okay, Ree, wow, Ree, you got a lot of shit going on for you right now. You're raging, you got an inspiration as the drum goes off, and you're like, you know what, good things are happening today. And then you look down at the shadow coils, and you're like, man, fuck these coils, let me go.
I almost did heroism too.
You almost did heroin, what?
Heroism.
Oh, thank God that was the case. I was like, whoa, I knew you guys had unicorn wax, but where the fuck did you get fucking H?
No.
That's terrible, I do not approve.
But am I allowed to
It was
use?
like, can you share?
Oh, God,
where
no.
Are you keeping it?
No, no. No!
But I know you asked me where the fuck you were keeping it. Anyway, am I allowed to use the DM inspiration this turn from this game from last game?
Yeah, if you receive a DM inspiration,
just wanna make
I mean, I think I've made it pretty clear. If you guys get a DM inspiration, it always carries over to the next session, so.
I just want to make sure. Thank you.
It would be shitty for me to just be like, oh no, you didn't use it that last session. Fuck off. It's like, okay, well, at the end of the day, I just want to try to, throw a spear. Okay, I'm gonna use my inspiration. No, okay. Alright, so anything else, Gray?
Nah, I'm done.
Alright, so that brings us to Aurora. Aurora, you felt Gray try his hardest. Truly, he tried his hardest. And as he began to get yanked through this dimension door and it began to close, his piddly little humanoid fingers just slipped and they were greasy and sweaty and kind of burnt, like some of the skin sloshed off from the fire damage, and he just disappeared through the door.
Thanks, I hate it.
I'm glad.
So I have a couple of questions.
Oh boy, here we go.
Yep. First, the ones around me, do they appear to be like hostile towards me at the moment? Or are they dismissing me because I am chained?
I will let you make that assumption on your own because of the combat that's unfolded so far.
Okay, that's fair. Secondary thing, I would like to try and ask Grandfather if he knows what's going on.
Okay. So it's great-grandfather, just so we're clear.
Okay. Oh,
And that doesn't matter. That's just flavor. I just want you to know that you're not like
I
that
was
close to the
calling
bloodline.
Great-grandfather. What's going on?
Hey, whoa, hold on a second. What the fuck cup are you drinking out of? Did I make that cup? I think I made that mug. I made that mug! I made that mug! Fuck yeah! Alright, little self-promo, sorry. So why don't you, Aurora, go ahead and make a, make a persuasion check. And it's going to be a straight roll because nobody knows what the fuck is going on or where you are.
Okay. That is rolling, hopefully.
Unless, of course, you have something to change their straight roll. 19 is not a bad
Not
fucking roll.
with
Holy
that.
shit.
She's doing everything she can to just stay very, very calm and not panic right now. The exact opposite of Sybil. So it's very quiet and respectful.
Okay, so, Aurora, as you inwardly reflect, what exactly do you ask? So the connection opens, and you feel it open. What do you ask?
I would not want to move against any that might be yours. Can you give any insight as to what is going on? And it's exactly that, like, quiet and calm.
Okay. So you have also heard the voice that has been echoing out so far in this realm, and you know for a fact that it is very different from great-grandfather. Or supposed great-grandfather, whatever this entity is that claims it is great-grandfather. You hear that voice in your head, and it says the following.
This is nonsense, girl. This is none of my creation. It's bullshit, illusion, trickery, wizardry. Fight it. End them.
So that's all the encouragement she needed. Do I still have my action, or was that taking it?
Roll a d6.
Okay.
Those have been.
Oh no. Ones were okay. I'm worried about that.
That was not your action.
Heyo.
Oh, fantastic. In that case, restrained, I can still act normally. I just can't move. It's just disadvantage for any attack things.
Yeah, so, yeah, exactly. So restrained is your speed is reduced to 0, which means you also cannot stand up currently. You have disadvantage on attack rolls and dexterity saving throws, and attackers have advantage against you. But everything else is good to go.
Okay. In that case, I would like to bonus action, because all of these things are within 5 feet of me, the 3 surrounding me.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, so I'm going to bonus action Hail of Thorns at 3rd level. And then I want to put an arrow at my own feet.
Okay, so here's the problem, though. You don't have any weapons with you.
Oh, shit. Well, that's...
You are completely unarmed. You are strapped to this thing, essentially naked.
Okay. Well, in that case, I probably should have asked that first, then.
I apologize. I should have probably made that more clear.
Yeah, so I have no weaponry on me at all?
Nothing. Nope. Magic, if you got it.
Yep, let's see how good of a sorcerer I am, then. It's not very. So we are going to...
Fireball?
Oh,
Actually, cold ball? Fireball would probably not be good in this point.
Snowball?
no, they do have resistance, and she knows this, but she, at this point, is acting on instinct. So I am going to attempt a Burning Hands to get the 2 that are to my right.
Okay.
I am going to do that at 3rd level, because even if they're resistance, it would still hopefully hurt a little bit.
Okay, and just for clarification, this is a 15-foot cone, correct?
Yes.
All right, well, Kat, I think that the cone speaks for itself. You can easily blast the fuck out of these 2 bricks. Oh,
I've seen
God.
that before.
Oh, that? You mean that little something? Okay. Holy shit, that's a lot of fucking damage. Give me a second.
It's the same damage.
Well, they get to
No, it's the
do,
same damage if I don't pass or my resistance / dex saving throws. Okay, so it is a dex saving throw, correct?
Yeah, and it's not a very high one. They only need a 12.
Okay, so go... Okay, so 14. Give me 1 second. Alright. So. Alright, so 14. Yeah. So
And
the...
I have a thematic image for it a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead. Lay it on me while I deal damage.
So she's tied, like, she's pretty much spread eagle on this pyramid altar weirdness. So I picture great-grandfather says it basically to go for it, and she just, like, does the feral grin, both mentally and physically, and just opens up her hands and just lets the fire out from them without even, like, there's no finesse to it. It's just gouts of flame, because that's the highest level she can cast at the moment. And they just happen to be standing in her way, because tiny halfling arms don't spread that far.
All right, so as you do that, as you open your mind to Great Grandpappy and just let the raw, unadulterated fury pour out from you, You hear, you guys, meaning the three of you, you cannot see Aurora. None of you can see her except for maybe Doc. But there is this string of out loud syllables and then this cone of fire that rockets across these two entities. Both of them rear back and screech, but seem essentially unfazed by the damage, but they have definitely taken some.
Resistance with a low save, I figured, but you know, sometimes you gotta just go with
Ju-
the moment.
And just so we're clear, one of them saved, one of them failed. Anything else, Aurora?
We are going to bonus action, and you know what? Nope, I'm gonna save that. Never mind. Yep, I'm good.
Okay. So. Alright, so he's gonna move there. He's gonna move there. Alright. So this guy over here, as he runs over to where he's at, he's going to take a shot with his crossbow. And that's a nat 1. As the crossbow goes off, it fires very lazily up and over the 5-foot square in front of him and lands in the lava. He quickly cranks the crossbow back and takes a second shot. And Gray, that is a hit. And that is for 7 points of piercing damage. As he takes the second shot, it fires through the gout that is currently consuming the crossbow bolt in the lava. And you guys see Gray get hit in the rear of his shoulder blade. Just outside of his spine, but deep, deep. I mean, he lunges forward. Now.
I don't like this theme that you have with my damage tree saving.
Now this guy, as he runs up, he inhales deeply, and he has dropped his crossbow at this point and has pulled out a long sword and a short sword. And as he charges towards you, he breathes in deeply. And as he gets to you, you all smell sulfur momentarily. Momentarily. It is pretty terrible. Momentarily. As he breathes forward, you hear from inside of his mouth, and you see a spark, which sends flames roaring down at you. Doc, Ree, and Gray, I need dexterity saving throws, please.
If I'm restrained, do I automatically fail?
No, you have disadvantage on your saving throw.
Okay.
That is a very good question. I appreciate your integrity, Kevin.
Yeah, that's a very...
But I think I also, danger sense. I have.
Yeah, fuck off, barbarian. Okay, take your straight roll.
You also have a D8.
If you need it.
One.
And
Oh,
you
there we go.
you could... Okay. Alright, so... Anybody have any modifiers to add before I talk about who succeeded, who failed?
I think guidance is only checked.
You tell me.
I think it saves as well.
Ability check.
It's only ability checks?
Ability check.
Okay. So... Everybody has succeeded. Though it's very bare.
Barely.
So, Gray... So everybody takes 14 points of fire damage, except for Ree, who takes 7, which is reduced because of your bear totem. And Gray hits the ground in this fury of singed muscle and fabric and cute little halos and dark shadows that spin around him. All right. Excuse me. So, that ends this creature's turn. Sorry, guys. Coughing over here. Doc, your turn begins, and I need you to roll a d6.
Oh.
D6.
5. I don't know if it's good or bad. I don't know if I should like it or not.
Doc, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Boo. Oh, very boo.
Doc. As your turn begins, and you reel from the flames successfully and look over at Gray, who has dropped to the ground, you hear a voice only audible to you.
That's right, little creature. We now under the glory and the might of Northraxian.
Doc, you have suffered 1 level of exhaustion. You now have disadvantage on all ability checks, and you may take your turn.
Guidance. So.
But you didn't.
No, I can't. It's only for ability.
Well, now it's even more important.
Okay, well, I feel slightly obligated to. Oh, God, is Gray? So Gray's down, right?
Yeah, as you look back, Gray is on the ground unconscious.
Okay.
Smoking.
So, stop smoking.
Smoking!
I will cast. So first, I'm using my bonus action to cast.
That's the big deal.
Healing
I know.
Word on Gray. We're just gonna do it at first level for now.
Okay. So you look over, you mutter your incantation, and there...
Nice healing.
Wow, holy shit.
You're welcome. Okay, so then I'm going to use my action to attack the foe that is next to me. And also use my environmental or whatever to say, "Aurora, we could use your help."
Alright, sorry, what was the in-between, though, thing you said? You said, okay, so you
just
do your...
attacking
So,
with my battle axe.
okay, you're attacking with your battle axe.
Correct.
Perfect. So you look over at Gray, you whisper the word, there is the word that goes off, and Gray breathes deep and his eyes flicker open as he pats out the fire that is now all over his chest and his beautiful hat. And you swing. Actually, I don't think he wears a hat. I think that was no, you do wear a hat, don't you? Do you wear a hat, Gray? Yeah, you do wear a hat. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. And then you swing the battle axe wildly. Go ahead and give me your attack roll, please.
The feathers burnt away now, though, but I had a hat.
Yeah, oh, the feathers are long fucking gone. So a 19 does hit, but barely. And Doc, as you're the first person to actually engage these creatures in, like, legit melee, as you look at it, it is in plate armor.
Oh.
Full plate mail. And it's got the draconic scales.
Okay. So it's gonna be. Ouch. 2 points.
2 points of slashing, yes?
But she's gonna give him a really dirty look.
No, you didn't. I'm sorry. Just answer my
It is
question.
2 points
Two.
of
Okay,
slashing,
thank you.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yep. And it is not magical. I don't know what that is.
It does not. Nope. Thank you though.
Uh,
All right.
but
So
yeah,
yeah, you
give it a
cut
dirty look.
underneath one of its pauldrons, and you see just a little tiny bit of blood kind of drip out from underneath, but it looks at you hungrily. All right. With that being said, whoopsie daisy. Shit. I accidentally dropped my. I clicked a fucking X on my encounter. Hey, there we go. All right. So, so the creature that is still up on the platform 5, 10, 15, 20, is going to come here. And as it gets there, it is going to lunge at Doc. As it lunges at Doc, the bite grabs onto her armor, but the teeth do not manage to successfully sink through. It lets go and swings with the tail. Doc, in a backswing from her battle axe attack against this half dragon creature, the tail right overhead and just completely misses her. And that is 2 total failures on this creature's part. Ree, it is your turn. Ree, I need you to roll a d6.
Okie dokie. 4.
4. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. I still have the bardic inspiration, right?
Yes, you do. Now you can roll first and then choose to use it if you want to.
I'm just going to roll it with it. I mean, -1 couldn't hurt. There's that. I'm not even looking at the result. I'm rolling the d8. That barely helped. 15?
It barely helped, but I kid you not, it barely fucking succeeded. Literally barely succeeded. And as you hear the tune, that you hear the sweet drum, the sweet slappity bass from Gray, you find the shadowy coils gripping your wrists again and gripping your ankles again, and you refute it in the name of Garl, and the shadows slink out of sight. And Ree, it is your turn.
Okay. I got some extra shit lately. Okay. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a special maneuver here.
Ooh, that Battlemaster, no.
The Battlemaster going to attempt to bait and switch. When I'm within 5 feet of a creature on my turn, I can expend 1 superiority die to switch places with that creature, provided you spend at least 5 feet of movement, and the creature is willing and is incapacitated. Movement doesn't provoke any opportunity attacks. So
Okay.
I want to swap places with Doc.
Okay, Doc, are you a willing creature? So Ree lunges at you and just says, "Hold on, bitch!" And,
The bitch will hold on.
okay, alright, and that's that. Boom. So you grab Doc and you spin her around you, and you are now face to face with these 2 creatures.
Nice. Okay. Okay, so now roll a superiority die until the start of my next turn. You or the other creature of my choice gains a bonus AC equal to the number rolled.
Holy shit. So go ahead and roll. Oh god, that's a fucking D10, isn't it? Or is it a D8?
Pretty sure it's a D8.
That's still a potential for a very potent bonus.
Hold on, I'm just trying to find where the superiority. D8, yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and roll a D8.
So 7.
Holy!
AC.
And who's getting it?
I'll put that on Doc.
Holy shit! So Doc, you have a temporary AC. We'll put it in your red counter. So that's 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22. That is a 23 AC.
Alright,
So
I'm
Doc-
red.
We don't need our healer going down.
No, and that was like, wow, holy shit. Goblins are not smart, but their wisdom sometimes is fucking beyond their days. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay,
And
anything
Rhea will
else?
just Rhea will just scream, "Get out of here!" and kind of shove Doc behind her, and then first take a whack at this gentleman here.
Beautiful. And now that was that a reaction for you or a bonus action?
So that doesn't even.
Or what does it say? Like, how does the verbiage work?
Okay, so bait and switch. Some of them are. Yeah, it says no action. Bait and switch, no action.
Okay. No action economy at all? You just magically do it?
This is the actual wording here.
So when you're within 5 feet of a creature, you can expend 1 superiority die to switch places with the creature, provided that... Okay, right,
5 feet of-
roll... okay, so what it cost you was 5 feet of
It
movement.
cost
You
me
did that,
movement.
yeah.
Gotcha. Wow,
It's
that's
like the thing
that
I
is
have on
wow.
my
Why would
action.
anybody ever take anything but bait and switch? That is a fucking crazy ability.
It's like the thing I have on my ranger in Baldur's Gate 3, where I can use
Yes.
my movement to
Yep.
constantly do extra damage.
All right, yeah, no, that's perfect. Okay, so you grab her and you throw her back. Go ahead and give me some attack rolls. And what are you attacking?
I'm attacking the half dragon first,
Okay.
and maybe second. I don't know. We'll see. So I'm no longer. If I move, that means I'm no longer restrained. And that whole
That is
save
correct.
was me
Yep.
getting out of it, right? Okay.
Yep. Yep. The restrain ended.
Ooh. Natural 20.
Holy Jesus fucking Christ. Okay.
So that's
So that's
plus 2 on top of that.
so that's okay. So that is wow.
25.
That's a lot of fucking damage. Hang on, I know this sounds ridiculous, I gotta get a calculator out.
Oh, I get it.
25.
Alright, so as you throw her back, you use the momentum to spin around in a circle, and you club this thing across the side of the head all the way down to its what would maybe be a belly button, and just crush it. It bounces off the ground, and its plate literally, it has like a meteor strike drag across its plate armor that is completely indented and now spitting blood. It is still alive, but it is not looking good.
Oh my god, it's this fucking most badass dream ever!
Take another whack. Don't think that's 17.
So 17 does not hit. As you swing again, it throws its arms up defensively, and the maul bounces off of the plate metal that it is currently wielding. Or donning, I should say. Donned. Doffed. Alright.
Yep, that'll do it for Ree.
Alright, Gray, it is your turn. I need you to roll a d6. Oh, I've been waiting for this encounter for 3 years, bitch. A 2. Take your turn. What would you like to do, Gray?
The Gray's gonna, after recess, the best dream ever, Gray's gonna say, at least you're having fun. And then he's gonna put his hand to his chest and gonna heal himself for 8 HP, yes.
That's with Healing Hands?
Healing hands, yes, it's
Okay, so as Ree and Doc, as you see Gray come to, he throws his hands up on his throat, which literally has already severed his carotid artery, and he's spurting blood. He puts his hand on his throat, and as he closes his eyes, his hand glows, very not Gray-like. And as he removes his hand, the bleeding has completely stopped, and his face returns to color.
I don't like that I'm back to 14.
You built this character. You built this character.
I know, but
I think that's what he's trying to say. This is your fault.
Up, down, up, down. It's either all or half or all.
yes, and then seeing as everyone's failing their saves recently, Gray's gonna look at Doc and go. Actually, Doc's fine for now. He's gonna use Mantle of Majesty, which is once per long rest as one action you can cast Command without expending a first level spell slot.
Okay, and who are you casting command on? As the Mantle of Majesty shimmers across his body, you guys see shadows that are spitting with purple sparks kind of swirl around his body.
Ooh, pretty.
While he's still on the ground, by the way.
I'll turn to the red dragon over behind me that shot me with an arrow.
Okay, understood.
And
what is the
go
command?
Drop.
Ooh, okay. Okay. And what is it? What kind of saving throw is that? Is it wisdom or charisma?
It is wisdom. 15.
So you look over at him, and you guys hear his voice echo out over the dome. Drop. And the creature looks down as it is reloading its crossbow and goes, "You first."
I already did.
He rolled a nat 18 with a +0, by the way.
Yeah, I figured. And that's all I got, because if I move, I get bit.
Okay. Aurora.
Okay. Can I see past the edge of the statue?
No, you cannot. Because of your
Okay.
elevation and being strapped down, no, you can't. You can see the half dragon over here, and the half dragon over here, and that is it on the field. Besides all of the other, lava-y shit.
Then I am assuming, incorrectly, but I'm assuming that half dragon is going for a friend that I can't see. Sorry, an ally. And then
Allies and friends, big fucking difference. What? That is the most bitch thing to say, isn't it?
I love it.
well, I haven't heard the doc speak of her dying, so I know she's fine right now. So I'm going to chromatic orb on this one at 2nd level.
Okay.
And I am going to channel my inner lessons from Meepo to do cold on that one.
Alright, so you're gonna sling a cold orb. Go ahead and give me a range, I believe it's a ranged magic attack? Well, you can just click the spell in D&D Beyond, it'll do it for you.
I clicked it, it appears to be thinking. Oh, there it is, choose damage type.
Holy shit. Alright.
Some of Meepo's lessons apparently stuck.
So you mutter the incantation, and
Wait,
as...
I'm sorry, it's
Sorry,
disadvantage.
Sorry, say again?
Does that have to be at disadvantage? Because I'm still restrained. I don't want to be cheating on anything.
It is at disadvantage, yep, so go ahead and roll it again. So click it again.
Roll a 22.
So yeah, I was gonna say, if you roll a 22 or a 20 or a 21, those are really good rolls.
I do.
I realized afterwards. Sorry.
There you go.
That's still a really good fucking roll. So as you throw your hands over your head and you mutter the incantation that comes to you instinctually, that you've known since the days of Calycrix but have not utilized since the days of Ashuralladon, you conjure the cold orb and you throw it over your head. You see it kind of lob to the left, but this thing that is actively cranking a crossbow, you see it get clipped in the top of the head. It breaks off one of its horns and freezes the other, and then completely frost bites the top of its head, the top of its head, and it does appear to take full damage from it.
Okay. I am going to go ahead and make it my prey. Slayer's prey, even though it's not going to do me any good without weaponry, but it's just, she's channeling that. Okay, I've done something, we're good. And that's all she's doing. She's continuing to be restrained here. Just terrifying.
All right. So, I'm taking these, give me 1 second here.
And to clarify, she has not said anything out loud besides the name can't, because she's just trying to hold herself together from panicking.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, with that being said, the creature in front of you, the half dragon over to the right, inhales deeply, and as it does so, you all begin to smell sulfur again. As unfortunately for you, I did roll a 6, and it begins to exhale immediately on you. So Ree, Doc, and Gray, I need dexterity saving throws as well as the Drake in front of you.
Oh.
Holy shit. Okay.
Oh wait, I want to use my DM inspiration.
Use your DM inspiration and tell me your total.
That's not better. I mean, it is, but it's not. It's an 8.
Okay, so Gray, you did succeed. Doc, you did not succeed. Ree, you did succeed. And the Drake did succeed. So, Doc, you take 23 points of fire damage. And we will call it, let's see, so that would be 20, so we'll call 11 points of damage to Gray. Gray, you take 11 points of fire damage. And Ree, you take 5 points of fire damage, as well as the Fire Drake. Alright. So, it inhales, it doesn't give a shit about the Drake that's in front of you, it exhales. The creature to the west that has the hunter's mark on it, which doesn't necessarily know that, is going to take a shot at Gray with its crossbow. Jesus Christ. Alright, so Gray, you are hit for, let me back this up, 6 points of piercing damage from the first crossbow bolt. Go ahead, what are you going to say?
Shadow this.
You have to do that before I tell you whether or not it hits or misses.
Then, well, I'm down.
But, oh, damn it. Okay, sorry. I didn't realize you were that close. I was going to say, but I'll give you it on the second attack. Yeah, I didn't. So I'm jumping between 3 screens here. I apologize on my end. And the second shot does hit you and drops you to 2 failed death saves. But for your guys' sake, that is the end of these creatures' turns. Doc, we are back at your turn. Gray has dropped again. Ree looks fit as a fucking fiddle. It's honestly only Doc and Gray that are getting fucked up right now. However, Doc, I need you to roll a d6.
Oh.
Yep, top of your turn.
1.
Okay, take your turn.
Alright. Okay, so Doc's going to... she's going to here and then here. And she's going to look down at Gray, long blink, and then cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Okay.
That is for 11 points of healing.
Alright, 11 points. So, Gray, you drop as the crossbow bolt hits you. And within moments, before you even get to the light tunnel that would lead you into paradise, there is a... and the horrendous pain of existing at half health as Doc is like, no, don't, we need your help!
And then she's gonna look him in the face as he comes back, and she's gonna say, save her. And then put her shield up and look at this motherfucker.
Okay. Anything else?
That's all I can do.
Alright. So as that thing looks at you, it is going to bite at you, Doc.
So you still have
23.
the +7 to your AC.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's what, 23?
23. Yeah, I have it in my red, just so you know.
No. So it lunges at you, it tries to bite you, and you literally dodge down all the way to your heels in a reflective stance in a very supernatural way, by the way. And as you bounce back up, almost, this is almost, Matrix style. Not quite Matrix style, but pretty damn close. As you bounce back up, you hit your head off of this thing's right shoulder blade, and as you bounce backwards, its tail swings just overhead. Like if you were just an inch higher, it would have clipped you. But it does not, and that is its turn. Ree, it is your turn, and I need you to roll a d6.
1.
And Ree, you hear dark whispers in your mind that are telling you non-stop levels of crazy shit. But you resist them completely. Take your turn.
Nice. Okay. Yes, I will attack this gentleman again here. I am going to hit him with a pushing attack.
Oh shit.
Well, you know what? Actually, no. First, I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna hit him normally because I don't want to have to move after him afterwards. I'm gonna hit him normally first.
Okay.
Maybe not normally. I'm gonna hit him recklessly. I'm glad I did that because I think the first. No, actually, they both would have hit. All right, so that's gonna be a 17 owies.
Yep, you absolutely hit him. Give me just one moment.
Oh, actually, the rage damage is automatically added in there suddenly.
So it's only 15?
So it is 15. Yeah.
Okay.
It literally did nothing. It's doing it now.
So as you smack the shit out of this thing, as you turn around and come down on it, you berate it in the midsection down into its lower groin, and again you hear shattering, like audible bone popping and snapping, and it screams out as fire and sparks spit out of its mouth, and it begins to collapse to the ground, but it keeps itself upright, barely.
Uh-oh. I think I shattered your pelvis.
You're confident you shattered its pelvis, yes.
Whoops, there goes your pelvis.
Good luck peeing out of your cloaca, asshole.
Retractable penis.
God damn it!
Did you see my message?
Oh, I was screaming. I listened to that shit while I was on a run, and I had to stop at a bench and go, no!
I saw no context, and I was working, and all of my watch just sang that to me. Like, that's all I saw was that you sang that. I was like, what the fuck is
happening? Okay. Now I'm going to use a superiority die to do the pushing attack
Okay.
against him.
Okay.
So it only takes effect if I actually hit him. So here we go. Oh my god. I think I used it at the wrong time.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Wow.
Plus.
What the f- oh, you pushed him to death? But what the fuck? Why? Oh my god. What the fuck, dude? Hold on. Okay, so we have 12 plus 2 for the rage. That's 14 plus the crit, which is 19. Oh my god. 19 plus 9. Okay. All right. Hold on. So, Ree, you go to push this fucking guy, okay, who is 2.5 times your size, literally, physically. You grab on to the waistbands that make up its plate armor, and you lift it off the ground. As you do so, you spin in a circle twice, and you yeet it in whatever direction you intended to yeet it. And it fucking flies straight to the east and bloop, drops in the lava. Now, this thing may be a red-scaled dragonoid creature, but as soon as it hits and bounces off of the statue while it goes unconscious, bloop, it falls silently, bubbling into the lava font that is the map that you are currently on. Fuck.
Fuck yeah, this dream is fucking amazing!
I'm an action surge.
Oh god, you bitch!
I'm really feeling it now, so she's gonna turn around and go this guy.
Oh, sweet
Holy
baby
shit,
Jesus.
Doc, did you see that?
Doc, you did see that, by the way. That was a rhetorical question. You did see that.
What?
Jesus Christ, yeah, that did hit.
Alright, last one.
5.
Grab his dick.
Grab a dick and twist. Ah.
So sorry, that was a lot of damage and a lot of attacks there. So you hit this thing both fucking times with your action surge. So as you picked this thing up and yeeted it into the fucking lava, it then you turned around and you swung once, spinned around in a circle, hit it twice, and as you hit it twice, you crippled the entire back end of this thing. You hit it 2 times in the same spot, and literally its tail and its back 2 legs stopped moving.
Should start calling me the breaker of pelvises now.
It's not doing good.
Okay, that's it for.
Thank God. Gray,
Ray only does one thing, and it's whack.
it is whack, and when you whack, you whack. Gray, I do need you to roll a d6 at the beginning of your turn. Let me guess, you can roll fucking 1. Hang on a second, let me grab my chart.
That's the first 3, I think.
Gray, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. This is okay.
It's okay, we're in the lava area. I'm allowed to make this joke. Everything is fine.
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Okay. On a very serious note, though. So, Gray, as you begin your turn, you kind of glance around and realize, like, yo, the shit has really come to fruition. Like, we have a lot of problems here and we need to figure them out. As you begin to move, you hear in your mind and your mind only,
You're not going anywhere, little shit.
and shadowy coils rise up and out of the ground and grab onto your arms and your legs and bind you to the ground. You are restrained until the end of your next turn.
Gray's probably just gonna go. Good fuck's sake. I guess I won't be moving then. Gray, at least you're having fun, but this place sucks.
It's fucking awesome.
And then I'm gonna cast Bane on both of these two.
Okay.
That's a charisma saving throw.
Yep, give me 1 second.
And you're probably gonna go to Doc and go, kinda preoccupied at the moment. You save her. She's your girlfriend.
So 1 succeeds. However, the one directly in front of you fails.
This fucking archer is the bane of my existence, and I want him to go away.
Okay, Gray, you get the yellow dot for your concentration spell. Make sure you mark off the spell slot for me. And
I will then, as a bonus action, cast Mantle of Majesty? Mantle of Inspiration. It's Inspiration.
okay.
Which is, I'll bang, I guess slowly bang on his drum, restrained, but each you and a dock, you get 8 HP, and you can move up to your movement in any direction you want, without attacks of opportunity.
Alright, question. It does not look like I could get across that horrible magma river, does it?
Wait, I'm sorry. Say that again.
So
What was the question?
I can
Yeah,
move
I know what
without-
you... Okay,
So
so...
can I get a... Does it look like I can get across that horrible magma river without dying?
It's a fucking river of magma.
Yeah,
You've
that's
never crossed one before, so shoot your shot. If that's what you want to do.
Okay, let me,
And I'm out of range for that mantle, I'm assuming, right?
Yep. Oh, yeah, he can't see you, so he can't even give it to you
Okay.
anyways. And Doc, you've just moved your 30, so...
25.
5, 10, 15, 20... Yep, 25. Sorry, go ahead. You can move one more.
Okay. Tiny legs. Okay. And then you said it was 8, right?
Yes, you have 8 temporary HP.
Alright. Anything else, Gray?
No, I can't move. I used my bonus action and I used my action.
Alright, Aurora. Everybody has vanished around you. However, you have a very high passive perception, so give me a moment. Holy shit. Alright. 5. That's a dirty 20. As you are laying here bound by these weird shadowy coils, you look up. You look at the thing you've tried to shoot at, and then you look to the opposite direction, and you see Doc bleeding profusely from the face, mouth, nose. Part of her head is shattered, her armor is sundered, and she is currently in the process of running towards you. What do you do?
So the look that Aurora gives Doc is just the eyes scream panic, but her expression is calm. She looks at Doc for a moment and then very deliberately turns her attention back to this one to try and throw more chromatic orbs at it. Let's do... Fuck it, let's go for it. Let's do a 3rd level chromatic orb.
Oh shit, okay. Alright. So what is the flavor?
Meepo. It's either Meepo or it's
Perfect.
fire.
Yeah, I figured. Okay, so Meepo, go ahead and give me the attack roll.
I was trying to get it to click with disadvantage, so it took a second. There we go.
(16-16). So
Oh, I really hope 16 hits.
So you mutter the incantation, you conjure the orb up in your hand, and as you do so, you yeet it over your shoulder, and it blasts against this thing's right pauldron, and as it dodges, you see the shrapnel of ice fling up and above its head, dealing no damage.
Okay, that's pretty much all she has. She's kind of just resigned to her situation.
All right. So, with that being said, this being is going to run here.
Oh, don't you fucking dare.
Uh-oh.
Realizing what it has just earned, is going to breathe in deeply, and as it exhales, you hear click, 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 as its breath ignites. I need Ree and Gray to make dexterity saving throws, please. And Ree, because of your ability, you can make yours with advantage.
Or Gray.
I've been hit by everyone.
Every single one. Actually, to be fair, so have I think.
Just
Oh,
a
no,
little
no, no,
bit of
actually, the
a
first one.
ASMR.
Starting to think these guys just don't
Alright.
like ASMR.
So great, you succeeded. Actually, everybody succeeded. Everybody who was hit succeeded. And that includes the Drake. Oh, actually, hang on. That does not include the Drake. Hold on. The Drake rolled a nat 1. The Drake did not succeed, but it has resistance to fire, so it takes half. Okay, so So Gray, you take 14 points of fire damage. Ree, you take 7 points of fire damage, and that is reduced further because of your rage, as is the Drake.
I am down.
All right. So this thing exhales this cone of fire over the lot of you, and it begins to breathe deep again. And that brings us back to the top. Doc, I need you to roll a d6.
No. Ah, it's a 4.
Doc, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. So, Doc, as you begin to move, you hear a voice in your mind.
That's right, little one. Give in to everything that is me.
And you hear a voice take over immediately.
You never have to give in. Don't trust the entity you hear, little Glitterbright. Stand strong against it. It means nothing.
And you resist the effects completely. Doc, take your turn.
Alright. I'm going to, out of curiosity, is this guy the one that I had hit earlier with my,
No, that, yes, yep.
It is, okay. So I'm going to use my bonus action to Healing Word Ray.
Okay.
But this time, I'm going to do it at 4th level. Oof. All ones.
I'm sorry,
And
did you just say 4th level?
Yep.
Okay, so that's 9.
Yep. And then my action, I'm going to use Sacred Flame on this as well.
Okay, and that's a dex save.
14.
And that's a 19. So you look over at Gray, you mutter the incantation, and then you force extra ley line energy into it. And as you do so, and the sigil goes off, there is only just a whisper of Garl's presence that brings him back. But brings him back enough. I mean, it's fucking Gray. You don't really need a whole lot to be impressive, right? It's true. Look at your HP. As you do so, you mutter another incantation and you pull down as if you're ripping a chain from the sky. And a blast of light sweeps over this half-dragon entity. But to no avail.
If I move here, I'm not in lava, right? I see
No.
it's on the square, so I just want to make sure. Okay. Okay. And she's going to try to, like, look up. She knows that Aurora's up there, so she's just going to say, Aurora, I need you! And then that's the end of it.
Alright. So. The creature that is currently right here spins in a circle and is going to lash out at Gray
Stop it.
with a bite attack at advantage because he is prone, and that is a hit. But thankfully for you, the first hit dealt less damage than the second hit, and that is only for 4 points of damage versus 10. As it bites you, it sweeps, or it picks you up into the air and tosses you, and it sweeps around in a circle and attempts to tail swipe you.
Can I shadow?
Do you have a charge for it? What would you like to do, Gray? You tell me.
I haven't used it yet, so I would like to.
Then you tell me. Absolutely. So, you are attempting to use Shadow Jaunt. Roll a D percentile, please. Roll D100. As you begin to pull the shadows in around yourself, Gray. That is a 66. On a 51 to 100, the attack misses as you draw the shadows in and around yourself, which is excellent for you because that would have dealt another 9 points of damage, which would have knocked you the fuck out. So as this thing's tail sweeps you, you draw the shadows in. You command your mentor to pull the shadows in and around you. And it succeeds. And as it succeeds, you drop down to about a millimeter thick on the ground before reforming back into your normal self. And the tail sweep misses you 100%. That brings us to Ree. Ree, I need you to roll a d6. Okay, Ree, with that, I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. I don't have any inspiration, right? That was just the temporary hit points
Correct.
that you did.
Yep. So, as Ree begins to move, the shadows reach up and out of the ground again. And Ree, you hear only in your mind,
Got you again, little goblin.
and you are restrained until the end of your next turn.
Fine, I don't need to move to smush this little bastard.
And nothing more accurate has ever been spoken from Ree's mouth.
Alright, she's going to recklessly try to smush this little bastard.
Yep, beautiful.
So this is yeah.
Holy shit. Okay. Well, that's rude as fuck. Okay, so you hit it with the first strike, and as you do so, as you come down on it and refute the name of these shadow tentacles that have bound you to the ground, or at least attempted to, you hit this thing in the top of the head, and it literally just crumbles under the weight of the force that you put behind it, and it splatters across the ground.
Ree just shouts back to the Nilthraxian, like,
See? None of your magic can hold me. I'm Ree.
and I guess that's it. Because she is being held.
She is. Barely. Gray. Gray, it is your turn, but I need you to roll a d6. D6. This is what you get for a year and a half of D4. All right, Gray. Nothing seems to happen. Take your turn.
All right. First
I
of
hate
all,
I hate you for that. Fuck you, by the way.
No, fuck you. For that. This guy has single-handedly been the biggest thorn in my side. So I'm gonna cast, well, try to do two things to it. One, it's gonna cast Hypnotic Pattern behind it, so it hits just it.
Oh, that's super easy. Okay. I'm not even going to put the thing on the field because you can just, I mean, it's an easy targetable area, considering there's absolutely zero obstructions behind it. Okay, so Hypnotic Pattern, I'm sorry, is that a wisdom?
It is wisdom.
It's wisdom. Well, give me, alright, give me a second. Oh, man, fuck you.
No, you succeeded in like 4 of my
Holy
saving
shit!
throws.
That's a nat 17. Yep. So the
5 of my saving.
yeah. So the spell goes off. You see the pattern go off around it, and this thing, looking through its helm, stares straight down at you, and it just flips its visor down so it doesn't see the pretty lights.
In that case, Gray's just gonna go, would you fucking go away? And then his voice is going to deepen and then extend out, and he's gonna shout, run! Run, as my Mantle of Majesty's bonus action goes off.
Another Mantle of Majesty.
Command.
Okay.
I
Oh
know,
shit.
It's
Oh, for command. Okay, yep, got it.
for 1 minute, so.
Yep, no problem. Okay, so is that another wisdom saving throw or is that intelligence?
Let me confirm that for you. It is wisdom again, yes.
Okay, to be totally honest with you, it didn't fucking matter for this character, but I'll take it. Oh.
Is it 6 for 6?
Oh. What's your fucking DC?
15.
Rough. Okay, so you look at this thing, you use your second charge of Mantle of Inspiration, and you shout, or I'm sorry, Mantle of, what was it? It is
Majesty.
Majesty, and you shout at this thing, run.
Also, I only have one charge. I can just use it for a whole minute. At will. As a bonus action.
As a bonus action, which you currently have up on you. Okay. So, wow. Okay, but does it drop when you go unconscious? Is it concentration or no? Because there's a lot of things
Lasts
right...
for 1 minute or until you... Oh, that's a different one. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it is until my inspiration ends, so that one doesn't happen.
Okay. I was gonna say, because I rolled real bad, so that would have been real good for you. But I wanted to make sure that I understood the order of operations here.
In that case, fuck me, I guess. There's nothing I can do.
Okay. So, that is the end of Gray's turn. Aurora! Aurora's at full health, by the way. She's looking good.
Yeah, because I haven't moved.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And they were around me and ignored me, which was great for her confidence. So Aurora is going to try and pull against the restraints because Doc said she needs her.
Okay.
So she's gonna try and figure out if she can free herself.
Okay. Go. You're just gonna try to He-Man it out of this bitch?
Well, ideally, she would prefer to wriggle her way out of it in a more dexterous fashion.
Okay.
But-
Make a dexterity check.
Straight check.
Yep.
Gray's asking how many Shadow Johnson is.
1. So, Gray, if you look at the verbiage I sent you, it's that this ability recharges after a short or long rest. So yeah, Aurora, as you begin to try to wriggle out of this situation, you feel these things really intensely binding you to your spot.
Yep. Can she see Doc?
Oh, absolutely. Yep. Yeah, you're like probably 7.5 feet above where she's at, and she is very clearly like running at you.
Then she's going to turn and kind of in a half-strangled voice, like, "Go, kill them. Just go." And that's going to probably be her turn.
Okay. So, as Aurora does that, Doc, you glance up at Aurora, and you see her left arm, her right leg, and her left leg shatter under the weight of her own words, as she now flops kind of nonchalantly down towards you, telling you, go, go, go.
The limbs shattered?
No. The shackles.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
That'd be pretty fucked up. That'd be pretty fucked. Yeah, you guys know my campaign too well. I'm just like, oh yeah, by the way, her arms break and her elbows shatter into 20 pieces. No.
Okay, thank Garl it was the shackles. Okay. Thank you, Garl.
Okay, so as that happens, the creature that is right in front of Gray is going to begin its attacks. It's actually, hang on, let me take a look and see if it gets its breath. It does not get its breath, so it is going to swing. Hey, thanks. Actually, it went like 3 rounds without its breath. So, okay, so it's going to attack with its longsword. So 2 long swords and wow, it rolled really bad. Oh my god.
Yeah, but it's my AC.
No, but let me just... Okay, I'm going to take a screenshot. So I roll... Okay, I'm going to pop it in Discord real quick. I roll active rolls in Discord. Or, I'm sorry, in Roll20, but only on the DM side for DM stuff. I'm going to share this in the D&D channel so you can see exactly what I rolled, so you know that I don't fluff things in my benefit or yours. And that's a fucking 11, a 10, and an 11. This thing had 3 attacks. Fuck you, Gray.
You lucky bastard. It's Carl. It's Carl.
So it swings down at you once, you dodge backwards, it thrusts at you and you dip to the side, it thrusts at you again and you cough because you're bleeding so hard out of one of your lungs that the sword just bypasses you completely. It begins to reel around again, but thankfully it's Doc's turn. Doc, I need you to make a D6 check for me. D6. Do the D6.
3.
3. Okay, so with the 3, Doc, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please. As you feel the shadows begin to writhe and bubble up underneath you, Doc, you hear in your mind.
There you are, little one. Time for you to feed the void.
And you are restrained until the end of your next turn. And Doc, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
I'd like to not be restrained.
Well, you are restrained, so what would you like to do?
I can still cast, right? That's a...
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So...
Not well, but you can cast.
I can still do it. So I will, I'm going to use my emboldening bond on all of us.
So you cannot see Gray.
Oh, I can't see him at all.
No, and you cannot see Aurora because she is up 7.5 feet above you, but she can see down on you, and she has the height advantage. But you can see Ree clear as day.
Well, in that case, then I will. Can't see Gray. So that means I can't see that thing back there either. Huh?
Correct. Yep.
Well, I guess I'll heal myself. That's probably not a bad idea.
That's honestly a really good fucking idea. Yep.
I'll use my tattoo and cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level.
Okay, so you reach over as hard as you can, you slap your right hand on the tattoo, you invoke the celestial rune, and as you touch your heart, you only regain 9 hit points, but it's better than the 8 that you just had, so...
Okay.
Anything else?
No, that's all I'm...
Ree, it is your turn, and I need you to make a D6 roll, please.
Okay. Oh.
For Ree, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
These tentacles are killing me. Nope.
Oof! And as you find yourself breaking free from the restraints that are on you, you hear in your own mind,
Not today, little greenskin. Nothraxian has you bound tightly.
Fuck you, bro. And she'll drop her hammer, pull out her her short bow.
oh, fuck me, okay.
I got fucking options, you dick.
Okay.
She's going to attempt to shoot this guy.
Alright, yeah, no, you can
Sorry if I
absolutely
hit
do
you,
that.
Brian.
You can absolutely do that.
Shoot him in the neck.
Aurora taking a fucking an inspiration point for that. So a 19, I hate that I have to admit this, but a 19 fucking hits it just barely.
Ooh, nice. Okay, wow. Ooh, that's a number to beat then. That's a tough number to beat.
They're literally wearing plate. I mean, it is plate armor. So...
Yeah, I can do one more.
All right, yeah, so you fire and you shoot around Gray and it clips this thing. It just grazes it underneath the helm, but it's just enough of its jaw to really just cause a bunch of blood to start to pour out. And it actually grabs one hand up to its face, like where it's short-sworded is, and it goes, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, that was me, dickhead. I'm gonna do it again.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it again. Sorry, Gray.
Oh, Gray, what's your AC? Oh, it's 12! All right, Gray. So Gray takes 8 points of piercing damage.
I'm down.
And as you fire the second shot, you're like, "I got you, bitch!" You let the arrow loose, and it fucking... You try to kind of shoot it up and around Gray like you did the first time, but Gray leans forward like, "Oh, you got him!" Like in a laugh, and boom! You clip him in the neck, and he just poof, drops to the ground. All right, Ree.
Rory in my head.
It's just not Gray's day today.
No, definitely. Today's not Gray's day. No. Anything else, Ree?
That's it.
Over here with fucking the equivalent of 210 hit points. All right, so Gray, it is your turn. Make a death saving throw for me, please.
I can go 212.
I wish I had
yeah.
in character like
Oh, that's a nat 1. That's two fucking fails, bro. Oh my god. That was a nat 1. Today is not Gray's day. Alright, Aurora, you doing anything funny?
Yeah, I'm gonna... Well, actually, no, because the restraints... So am I fully bound still, or am I partially free?
You have 3 of your limbs totally free right now. Meaning you can stand up and move around and do shit. But one of your arms is still locked by these shadow things.
Well, in that case, step 1 is standing up.
Okay, half your movement. Boom, you are up.
Yep, that's fine. I want to look for my gear. On the off chance that it's right here, it's a quick glance.
So you see nothing around you.
Yep, that's fair. And then I'm gonna just say to Doc again, help them. And then gonna try and get her other arm free.
How so?
Or foot. She's just gonna probably instinct just try and pull it free. Strength.
Okay, yeah, make a strength check for me, please.
Yep, it's gonna go badly.
I hope it doesn't.
I have a -1 on strength.
That means the DM is on your fucking side, by the way, if I say I hope it isn't.
You do have an
Jesus fuck! What the fuck is a 0? 0 is an... That's... Okay.
Are you even trying?
Wow.
I didn't do 0
Now,
saves. The Sybil
roll a
last
nat
save.
20.
No,
Okay.
I think I'm gonna leave that because it's appropriate somehow that she panics.
Yeah, that's fucking terrible.
Someone want to roll another one so we get 101?
Terrible. Alright, so, on that note, Aurora, anything else you want to do? Because that did not fucking succeed. You started to flop around like a fish that just got, yanked onto land.
So the way I picture it is like she says to Doc, like, no, go take care of them, tries to stand and like pull herself free as she does so, and just like the shadow chains tangle and she just ends up like down on one knee trying. And that's all she can do.
Yeah, and Doc, you can see clear as day. She's not doing good up there. She's struggling hard. Okay, with that being said, it brings us to our half-dragon friend. And the half-dragon friend, seeing that the goblin has just shot the fallen Azamar in the, what it assumes is the back of the head, neck, shoulder, and he collapsed. It is going to hold up its long sword and thrust down. And that is a successful strike, and Gray is dead. As the longsword comes down, you guys hear an audible and as the longsword withdraws, you hear Gray and he ceases to breathe.
Doc, we're even now.
It's at this point that it moves in front of Gray and swings at Ree with the long sword. And then again with the short sword. Holy shit. Both of which hit.
Oh, they both hit. Oh, damn. Okay.
Like, big time hit. I actually rolled 24 on both of those. So, with that being said, though, with your rage, Ree, so we are looking at... So it's 15 reduced to 7 points of slashing damage from both of those strikes. And then it ends its turn. And that brings us back to Doc. Doc, I need you to roll a d6, bitch.
I don't like that.
Doc, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
26.
26. So, the shadowy bindings that have been surrounding you for the last, 6 to 10 seconds fade away from you as you hear in your mind.
Give me the glitter bright!
She says, "You ain't got nothing on girl," and then starts running. So running up on the scene, I assume she would see that he's down, right?
Oh, he is, let me take a look at you. Hang on a second. Let me look at my note card. You have got a
12 for passive.
15, no, you've got a 15 for passive percent.
Oh, I do. You're right.
So make, hang on, I will make it. That's pretty fucking good. You look down at him, make a medicine check. This is free, based on your passive perception roll.
Oof, that's an 11.
Holy shit. That's not bad, though, because all you needed was a 10 to realize that this motherfucker dead.
Okay.
He's, like, dead.
Okay, well, seeing that,
Why is he so dead?
I saved a spell slot for just this very occasion.
Specifically for Gray.
Specifically for Gray. That may be true. So I'm...
It's more than 100 men or more could ever do. Doc blesses the rains down in Lucy Land. Okay, sorry, what? What are you doing? I know what you're about to fucking do. It was until she realized this bitch is at full health slinging chromatic orbs.
It was for Aurora until I tried to close wounds and you got a -1. So, I can upcast Revivify, right?
Sorry, what?
I can upcast Revivify, right? You can upcast anything, correct?
Okay, let me ask the context of your upcast. Are you attempting to do more with it than what it's worth?
Just cast it. I
No,
have
so
more
what?
third level.
That's what I want. So you have a 4th level.
I have a 4th. I have 2 4th.
Yes, you can. You can always sacrifice a higher level spell slot to cast a lower level spell, even if it does not mean that it benefits from being cast at higher level.
Okay, that's what
Yep.
I thought. So I'm gonna cast Revivify at 4th level on Gray.
Fuck. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay, hang on 1 second.
And she doesn't even think twice for the record.
And you have a diamond on you worth 300 gold? Okay, that's fine. Give me a sec. Give me 1 sec. Because I actually need to pull up a chart. And that's a chart I didn't have open. Okay.
You know, if you wait, we can because we're in a druid grove, you can probably get.
Okay.
Try to make you a short
So, Doc pulls the small diamond out in her hand, and as she bears down and you hear her knuckles crack, you also hear an audible, almost celestial. And as she opens her hand, her palm glows white, and she reaches it down and she grabs Gray's face. Doc, it is your choice, high or low.
No, I hate these.
No, it is. You're the caster. It is high or low. As you touch him, make a religion check.
15.
You are aware that at this point, Gray is under the effects of, or has at least come to the point of dying 5 times.
Now I
So
know
your
Gray.
choice is either high or low, and you feel his spirit is literally exactly equally as weak as yours.
Can I fight a mimic instead? Okay.
Would you like to? Would you like to? I'll let you fight a fucking mimic, but I'm telling you right now, you're probably not doing good with 8
I
health.
feel like it's better. So
Ray turns into a mimic.
Hi. Okay. So that means that on an 80% to 100, it is a failure. Okay? So Doc, roll percentage dice, please. Bitch, that was close.
So as she does this, she will
Whew.
make contact with Ree, and she'll just give a nod.
So Doc, as you
Six is our lucky number.
as you reach down with the diamond dust, the now crushed diamond dust on your palm, you slap him in the face. You hear in your mind, "Oh, it's your lucky day, Glitterbright." And there is a flash, a pulse of energy that ricochets across his entire body and up onto you. It blows you back about 2 feet, and Gray at 1 hit point.
Alright.
So go ahead and remove that, whatever the 300 tier diamond was that you used.
Yep. We had 4. We
And
have
the
3.
4th level spell slot.
Yep.
And Gray has successfully come back from the fucking dead. Anything else, Doc?
No.
Good lord.
Am I able? I'm not able to like stand over him since he's laying down. Am I?
Because he's a medium creature and you're small,
that's
no,
small.
you
I
cannot.
figured.
It's
Okay.
always one. You have to be one size higher. So the only person who can do that is Gray to all of you, and he'll never do that because he's a coward. No, I take that back. He's a survivalist. Okay.
Survivalist.
Exactly.
I don't know about that. I teleported right into the middle of 2 of them.
That is true. That is true.
Like I said, it was a good heat. Okay. No, I think that's she's gonna hold her shield up and just hope that whatever Ree did for her earlier continues to hold out.
Okay. All right. So that brings us to the unknown creatures that are dead. Ree, it is your turn. Ree, I need you to roll a d6, please.
Oh, come on. I don't like these tentacles.
All right, Ree. As you begin moving, you look down at the tentacles and you hear in your mind,
You're mine, little guy. Oh, shit. You will be mine again.
and the voice fades as the tentacles release from your arms and your legs and vanish back into the ground. It is your turn.
Yeah, eat a dick, dragon bitch. Alright. Come on, sidle up over this asshole here.
Eat a dick, dragon bitch.
Alright. Motherfucker, don't hit, stab my fucking boyfriend. Stop killing, shooting fucking fire all over me. She's going to pushing attack this character.
Okay, pushing attack. All right. This is one of your superiority things, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is my third superiority, so I have one more after this.
Okay.
Is she gonna do recklessly?
Okay. Oh shit. Okay. Oh, not good. So
1 and 2.
yeah, so and that was a 9 and an 8 respectively, but unfortunately, even with the superiority die being used, that was a miss on both ends. And as you lurch at this thing to shove the shit out of it, it just like swirls out, it swishes out of the way, and you do not feel impact.
Oh, boo. Okay, well, she's gonna do it again. Actually, wait, do I have to declare?
I don't think I was gonna say I don't think that you can do it again because you just used the action, right?
I think I can just use this for as many times as I have it, but I just didn't know if I needed to declare it before I attack or anything. Whatever. All right. I think it's fine. All right. I'm going to attack again, and I'm going to just use the last superiority.
Oh, so okay, so Kev, just so you know, it says when you hit with a weapon attack. So what that means, so you use that ability just like it was a paladin's divine smite. So it's when you hit, you go, I'm also going to use my pushing attack.
All right,
Yep.
so then that didn't hit, so I'm not burning
Correct.
the last one. Okay.
And it wouldn't have hit one way or another, so.
Right. Okay, so I'm going to attempt a second whack.
Okay.
Now that okay, it's just 19, I think, hits, yeah?
So the way that this reads is when you hit with a weapon attack, yes, this does hit.
Yes. Okay,
So
cool.
now you are going to use pushing attack.
Yep,
So
burns.
I must make a strength saving throw, DC 15, and if I fail, I get knocked back. So let me roll this real
5
quick.
feet. At least 5 feet.
So I rolled a 21, so it does succeed.
Oh, I'm sorry,
However,
15 feet away. 15 feet away.
yeah. So
it
I
doesn't
rolled.
matter.
It doesn't matter either, but it's good to note. I mean, this is the equivalent of getting paladin fucking smites, which is awesome. So it does succeed. You use the superiority die, but it doesn't. Does it also take? Does it take the damage on top of it or no?
It
does.
will take the damage, but
Wait.
it just doesn't get pushed.
Oh, yep, correct. Okay, beautiful. So it does hit, and that is 4. That's a lot of fucking damage. Hold on though. It says. So it does not deal the extra damage to it. It only affects it as being knocked back. So it says when you hit with a weapon attack, you expend 1 superiority die and add the total. No, you're right. It is the total to the roll. And on top of it, holy Jesus
And it
Christ!
gets pushed
Wait a minute though. Does the attack? Did it already add the 8 to the roll though? It says
It
when
did
you.
not.
No. Okay, so it's when you hit with a weapon attack. Full stop. You can expend 1 superiority die and add the total to the damage. Full stop. And
And it
if
may
the
get
target,
pushed back.
then it gets knocked back. Okay, so that is 20. So 22 points of damage. Jesus.
Stay away from my man.
All right, so you smack the ever-loving shit out of this thing, and you see it actually, like, drops down to one knee, and it braces itself with the pommel of its longsword before getting itself back up, and it looks you dead in the eyes now, and it just says, I'm going to fucking gut you, Greenskin.
Fucking try. Bring it.
All right, so, with that being said, Gray, it is your turn. Gray, I need you to roll a d6. All right, Gray, I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw. And Gray, with that, the shadows curl up and around your legs and your arm, and you hear in your mind,
Your mentor means nothing in the domain of Lothraxian, you shit.
and you are restrained until the end of your next turn.
So while he's still on the ground and just opened up his eyes after dying, I think Gray's just gonna
play
go.
dead.
Yeah, he's just gonna see the dragon next to him. He's gonna see Doc over there. And he's just gonna go, Doc, could you have waited until we were done?
All right, that's the end of your turn.
Basically.
Okay.
I'm not actually. You know what? I'll cast a spell. I'll be nice.
Okay.
I'll cast. Okay, so we've tried wisdom. We've tried charisma. Let's try con. I'm gonna cast blindness, deafness on this guy.
Shit. Okay. Blindness, deafness. Give me one moment. That's you said con save.
Yes.
All right,
This is when he fails, I give up.
and what's the DC?
15.
And suddenly, as you let the incantation go, and the shadows shroud up in large claws around its face, you see the spell take effect, and as it begins to thrash around momentarily, it falls dead silent, looks straight at the ground, and begins to listen.
And
But
it's gonna
it-
hear Gray say, "Fuck you, asshole."
and you see its head immediately cock to one side and stare down at you, though you clearly see that it has been affected by this spell.
And then I'm gonna get up.
All right.
And
Aurora.
That'll be my
Oh.
turn.
All right, Aurora, what would you like to do? You can see nobody.
You know, that's better. She's used to that a little bit.
Ooh, she?
Um,
She? Okay, sorry.
Yeah, she
Don't
a
say
little
that.
bit. She is going to channel the thought that she is the great granddaughter of Ashraladon, and she is. These are. Yeah, this is not going to hold her, and she's going to try and get herself free of this because she can't see anyone else. She's just focusing and trying very fucking hard to get out of this.
Okay, are you trying to slip out or force your way out?
She's going to try and slip out. She's trying to go back to that calm state where
Okay.
she can actually like maneuver it.
Yep, make a dexterity check for me, please.
There's also going to be some not so subtle cursing and draconic at this Nosaraxian.
Okay. Oh, okay. And it is with that, Aurora, that with your full action, you feel yourself as you yank ever so slightly and turn your hand inwardly and spitting and cussing at the manticle itself. You feel your hand slip through the cuff and you are no longer restrained.
Okay, I am perfectly happy with that. She is just spending the rest of her free action just cursing out the bastard that got her here.
All right, so with that, the creature in front of you is going to take a step backwards. As it does so, Ree, Doc, and Gray can all make an attack of opportunity if you would like to for your reaction. However, Gray, you have disadvantage because you are restrained.
I'm not gonna bother.
Doc, the 19 does hit. Go ahead and roll some damage. And Ree, the 9 misses. So Doc, you do hit for 4.
4 slashing.
And you slash this thing across the face as it dodges backwards out of your reach. However, as it does so, you hear it inhale. And as it exhales down towards you, I need Gray, Doc, and Ree to all make dexterity saving throws. And Gray, you are making that with disadvantage as the fire.
I'm not gonna bother. I have 1 HP.
That's not great.
I'm gonna be honest, Xavier. I don't think it's worth it. I have 1 HP. I'm going down either way.
You are going down either way, but if you'd like to do yourself justice, that's fine. All right. Oh, Doc, that's not great. Gray, also not great. And Kev, actually, you're doing fine. Well, you're a fucking barbarian, so why not? So, with... Yeah. Oh, y'all needed a tank? I'm a tank. Okay, so Doc and Gray, you each take 27 points of fire damage. And Ree, you take 13 points of fire damage reduced because of your beautiful state. And as it exhales forth, screaming down at both of you, Ree, you see Doc and Gray both slip into unconsciousness as their bodies begin to singe. Go
What
ahead.
would be the realms of an instant death?
So
Okay,
it
like if my health reaches negatives.
no, so it has to deal double damage based on your total hit points. So you have 28 hit points. If it dealt 56 points of damage to you in one shot, you are immediately dead. Don't ask me why I know that math off the top of my head. It's because 28 grams equals an ounce, and I weigh all of our food that we eat all the time because I have an obsession with consumption and calories. Yeah, so it's always 28.56, and I won't go from there. But anyways, you're fine. Don't worry. But you're not doing good. All right, back to the top. Doc, give us a death saving throw. It's a 20, you said?
A D20.
D20. Oh, okay, yep. So you have 1 success. All right. And that brings us to Ree. Ree, I need you to roll a D6. Gray blindness was not a concentration, correct? Okay, thank you. And Ree, with a 4, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. 14. Unfortunately, Ree, as you fight against the voice in your head,
You'll never get him, Greenskin. Never get him.
these shadows curl up and around your arms and legs and restrain you.
Well, I guess that answers my question about what I was going to do. So Ree will pop a potion of greater healing into Doc.
Oh, fuck. Okay, go ahead and remove the potion of greater healing and roll some dice for me. That was... Actually, that was really smart. Holy shit. Fuck, an 11 is still not bad.
Oh, yeah. Did it? Okay. I'm just hoping that it doesn't actually apply to me as well. Okay, yeah, we're good. Yeah, so that Doc, you're getting 11 hit points back.
Do I still have the 23 out of curiosity for my AC? How long does it last?
No, that lasted
was
one
only- it
round.
was only one turn.
Literally
Okay.
one turn. Yeah, that's why I was able to smack the shit out of you after that. Okay.
I want to make sure all my shit's right.
So, Doc, as you begin to drift into the nether, there is this sweet taste of cherry and vanilla in your mouth. And as your eyes burst open, you see Ree above you furiously, like, rubbing your tongue on the cork of the healing potion that has just been poured into your mouth. And you realize that you are now back from the brink. All right, anything else, Ree?
I think that's all I can do.
I would agree with that.
I think
Gray.
After this round, my rage would end anyway.
That is correct, unless you are injured before then. Gray. Nope.
Sorry, I got a better answer.
No, it's okay. A death saving throw, so a 10 or higher, you succeed, so that's one success. All right. And we're just going to move on straight from there. Aurora.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Oh, shit. So who let
yeah.
who let the bitch loose?
Let Aurora
like-
out.
Like
Oof, oof,
Three-
oof.
3 minutes of combat let me out.
Yeah.
How tall did you say this was?
So from where you're at to lava level is about 8 feet, and to the ground level, which would be right here, is about 7 feet. It's a little bit higher than where that lava font is.
Okay. Is the edge of this, it's lower than the current level that I'm at, right? There's
That
a
is
decrease.
correct. Yep.
Okay. So what I want to try and do is I want to try and do a running jump, but I don't know if that's possible.
It's always possible, but you're going to have to running jump from your highest point, which is no problem whatsoever. So go ahead and give me an acrobatics check as you leap and fling yourself towards the lava.
Yep. Here's hoping.
Please roll
It's one
4.
I
What?
believe.
Don't tell
sorry.
me my result right away because I might choose to use my inspiration.
I will not tell you if you see. I typically try to tell. Okay, so you've rolled an
Yeah,
11.
We're gonna go ahead and use the inspiration.
I would approve of that. There's
Oh,
the 17.
okay.
So as you leap across the lava pit, you feel the lava get close, and it starts to singe your face. As you do so, you double over, and as you tuck, you spin yourself 2 times, and Aurora, you successfully land yourself right there as you come to a stop with just your movement.
Okay. Secondary question: do I have? I know you said I didn't have weaponry. Do I have the bag on me? The bag of holding?
You have nothing on you. It is literally
Okay.
just your clothing.
Just clothing. Okay,
Yep.
cool. In that case, she is just going to yell to get this thing's attention. She's used to seeing the blindness look, and then she's going to do another chromatic orb at it.
Beautiful. What level?
I am double checking to see what I still have. It's going to be 2nd level.
2nd level, okay. And it is cold, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Alright, so you conjure up this orb of cold, and as you spin it into existence, you throw it full force at this creature. Also, it is blind, which means you have advantage on the roll.
Okay, I will take advantage.
Gray's like, "You're welcome!" Oh, there's so much blood.
Well, I mean, he taunted me with the promise of freedom earlier, so...
He did, and then fucking jumped.
try.
He yeeted himself out of existence after taunting you with freedom.
Try.
Oh,
What I
Gray.
get, so
This is the thanks I get, bitch.
what I get for trying to be good.
Doc's trying.
Holy shit. Wow, yeah. Holy fuck, that's a lot of damage.
So this is a dramatic as hell move for Aurora.
So, Aurora,
Really is.
as you tumble out of the lava font and you rear back, you mutter this incantation that comes out of you 2 octaves higher. Very reminiscent of Meepo. But you hear the dark dragon in your mind. You spin into existence what feels warm at first, and as you look down, you breathe the cold into it, and you throw it at this thing. It looks over at you, but up to the left ever so slightly as this orb strikes it in the chest. As it does so, it immediately freezes, frostbites the entirety of this thing's chest plate, punching a hole in it. And you see the entire top half of it freeze, almost in a petrified state. As it does so, it shatters, and the head and neck slide off of it onto the ground and burst into about 40 pieces before it ceases to exist.
Yeah, you know, I am very happy with that turn.
Oh shit, Aurora's here too.
So,
Doc, for the sake of brevity, if you'd like, Doc is going to use a level 2 spell to...
Nope.
cast-
so. Doc, Gray, Aurora, and Ree. You all suddenly awake. And you glance around in the side room that, Doc, you remember yourself falling asleep in the night before. As you look down, everybody is worse for wear. That much is true in this moment. Gray is alive, but Gray is not looking well. You and Ree is actually looking okay, because Ree always looks okay. Even if I hit Ree with like 500 points of damage, she's like, fuck off. So Ree's looking okay, but definitely exhausted. Not literally exhausted, but exhausted. Aurora is lying next to you, Doc, on your right-hand side and closest to the wall. Her scales shimmer ever so slightly, and you realize something is different about them. About half of the scales seem to be white, pale, almost albino in nature, while the other half seem to be red, dark, like the creatures you saw in this nightmare. And that is when everybody else begins to come to. What would you all like to do in this moment?
It's a weird
Go
pause.
back to sleep.
That's a weird pause.
I know. I was trying to think of verbiage, and then I was like, fuck it, I've already committed, so we're just going to move forward.
So I think when Doc realizes that Aurora's next to her, it'll be kind of like a look to the right and look over at the other two, and when she realizes everybody's alive, she's gonna just kind of fall backwards onto the ground and stare at the ceiling for a second.
Holy shit, guys. I had the weirdest fucking dream. Wow.
Glad you had fun. I'm gonna go back to sleep. I need another one.
So, did anybody suffer more than one level of exhaustion during that? I don't know. I don't remember what the rolls were.
I
So
think I'm the only one. That
you're
took
the
it
only one
to
who
level
some. Okay,
one.
okay, all right. So, so any debuff that was on you, during that fight has vanished. However, if you suffered only one level of exhaustion, that is also gone. Okay. And Gray, were you dead or just unconscious?
I was unconscious.
Unconscious, so you are conscious again. Okay. I had a lot of very specific finite things in there that worked into that encounter, so.
How far away is Bray from Doc right now?
Fucking 4 feet. I mean, it's a very small
Okay, so I could
alcove.
just, like, reach over and
Yep,
just-
yep, yep.
Okay, so she'll do that. She'll close wounds.
Hey, where are you touching?
You like
Smack him in the face.
slap him in the top of the head. Yeah. Oh. Reach down and it's like a nipple brush. Oh, too sensitive.
Oh, sorry. Just heal. Make your body fix itself.
While Doc's doing that, Aurora, who has no idea where the fuck they are, is gonna get up and go to the window and, like, reaching instinctually for a weapon. Hopefully they're still there or back.
So, Aurora, as you do so, as you go for the window and you begin to reach for weapons, you look down at yourself and you are fully dressed as you were before you vanished from Ishmir. On top of that, as you touch the coin purse of the pocket plane, you realize that you have way more in there, especially since you're attuned to it, than you had previously begun with. And, Kat, you can add this to the coin purse of the pocket plane that you have. Wait, you do have a coin purse of the pocket plane, right? It's you who has that.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
got
okay,
one for
okay.
like a holding.
That's what I thought. Okay, so you have the following additional coin. Let me know when you're ready. Okay,
Go for it.
so you have 1,000 copper, 7,000 silver, 2,000 gold, and an additional 120 platinum pieces
Damn.
that simply exists.
Well,
got
she's
paid.
not questioning that right now because she's trying to figure out where the fuck they are.
As a note, as Aurora starts to stand up, Doc will be like smushing Bray in the face to close wounds with her left hand, but she'll grab onto Aurora's hand with her right hand so that she can't get too far.
Ow, 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 ow.
Trying
Doc, it
to
hurts.
check-
Ow, ow.
Hey, Aurora's back. When did you get back? Where were
What do you mean I'm back?
What do you
Where
mean?
the fuck are we?
Oh, yeah, we're in the Druid Grove, another Druid Grove. We're in the Circle of the Land now.
She's gonna just put up a hand to Ree before she gets a goblin explanation, then turn to Doc and Gray and say, "Where the fuck are we?"
We're in a grove. We're in the circle of the land.
That's what I just said.
You said it very well.
Actually, you did. I was expecting it to make more sense coming from her, and it didn't. Okay.
Your girlfriend here wanted to go through the Druid Grove instead of going, and we didn't want to stop at
That
town
makes-
above.
Yeah.
Lita
So
here is
here
like
we
a little like 10-year-old girl, and yeah, it's kind of weird.
We were flying on Ishnir.
You were.
Yeah, that was about a day ago.
Then that was it. And I have no memories between Ishnir and waking up bound, right?
nothing.
I don't. And she's gonna kind of like, brow's gonna furrow a little bit, then she's gonna shudder and just dismiss it. Okay.
I'll just say that family reunions are going to be awkward for a few years, I think. On your side.
What did you? You don't think that was him, do you?
No, I don't think so, but I did talk to him, and I might have talked a little bit of shit.
By the
So
way, your
apologize.
grandpa's very unoriginal. My teacher did that first.
I did. I actually
That is true.
I didn't even get to tell Ree and Gray about that because as soon as I got back here and tried to go to sleep, we were whatever that was.
Wait, did you guys actually have the same dream?
Yeah,
It was. I'm pretty sure
How much of a
it
dream?
wasn't as much of a dream as we thought it was. Or maybe it was, but I still got my ass beat. I still look like I got my ass beat.
I was gonna say I feel tired and beat up.
And
so-
Gray, you do feel like your spirit has been weakened. And Doc, when you look at when you start to like pat yourself down, you realize there is a diamond missing. Like there was a physical, like that happened, but
With that-
but but it didn't.
With that, Doc will give Gray a hairy eyeball and try to grab like eye contact for a second, but drop it.
What do you want?
Go to sleep.
It's what I was gonna do anyway, but all right.
Since you said I don't want to anymore.
Now you're you need water. And you have
Now
to
that
pee
you
and
said
you're
it, I don't
hungry.
want to. It's like a
Great
child.
grandfather said it was a land of illusion.
Well, that felt real.
Yes, the sorcery and wizardry and all of that often does.
Fucking
Fuckery.
You should know
Fuckery.
that.
My illusions are all fake.
Okay, so
Thought
get better.
I thought all illusions are fake.
Normally, yes. As far as I'm aware.
I'm so fucking
Maybe-
confused. Did that happen or did that not happen?
It
Fuck.
happened, and maybe
happened.
it didn't happen on this plane.
Doc, make a history check in Gray. I forgot. Are you proficient in Arcana or no?
Semi-proficiency? Proficiency?
You have Jack of all trades. Go ahead and make an Arcana check for me.
18 for history.
I'll give you that, guys. This information before we log for tonight. So Gray, you have no fucking clue. You start to think back on it, and you're like, you know what? This sleep thing does sound really fucking good. So yeah, I'm about to do that. Doc, as you think on it, so there is a realm of dream, and there is its counterpart, which is a realm of nightmare. And as everybody is beginning to speak to each other about like, holy shit, did you see that? And you look at Gray, and Gray's like, yo, I am weak and sick as fuck. And Aurora's like, I am not about what, like, where the fuck did I come from? How did I materialize? And Ree's like, I just killed lots of shit. You can surmise, for better or worse, that this was more than likely the realm of dream or nightmare, depending on how you want to take it. And that you were in, yes, physically.
I mean, I was strong as fuck in that fight, so I'm pretty sure that was a realm of dreams.
No, you. Alright. Okay.
Vaporize the motherfucker.
There's something that makes sense, though, here. We all had the same dream. We're all physically spent and mentally spent. So, I think, honestly, I think that was the realm of nightmare. There's nothing dreamy about that, but. You know how sometimes when you are dreaming, you can do things that you wouldn't be able to normally, like run really fast or pick something up that you normally couldn't pick up, or maybe fly?
I feel like you could do that in some nightmares too.
Exactly.
It just turns out worse.
Are we still having the nightmare because we're agreeing?
What do you mean? I haven't agreed with you on
Fuck, that
anything.
gave me an existential crisis.
And it's at that point that everybody just freezes for about 10 seconds and just stares at each other up and down, and that's where we're going to end tonight's session, because, I mean, come on. If we don't end on an existential crisis, where the fuck do we end? We might as well play till midnight. Yeah.
Reese says existential crisis. You're like, are you
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, if Ree says it's done, we're
Ow, that
done.
hurt. Ow.
No, Ree, pinch Aurora.
Psychic damage.
Hell yeah. All right, guys. Absolutely excellent session tonight. I appreciate all of your involvement and dedication to the absurdity that was the realm of dream or nightmare question mark. I guess we don't know.
Dream.
Hell yeah. All right, we'll see you guys next week on Sunday, and Kat, we'll see you next week. Oh, actually, shit, Lucy too. We'll see you next week on Saturday for campaign 2.
Hell yeah.
I have
Can't
news.
wait.
Oh wait, sorry. Go ahead.
I said, can I share my news?
Oh, please, yes.
So I had 2 things happen this week. 1, I got an apartment and moved in. 2, I got a job offer for a data engineering position.
Holy shit! No way, really?
Awesome.
Fantastic. Congratulations.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
That's like no bullshit. It's that big dick
Yeah.
money.
Let's go.
So I start in a couple weeks because I've got to get through my surgery and stuff and burn, not bridges, but PTO at least.
Well, burn the PTO and then burn those bridges because fuck them. You know they never cared about you in the first. Oh no, I'm just kidding. I hate
Yes,
corporate
commit various
structures.
arson, I agree.
No, that's not what. Jesus Christ! Fucking okay. Let's settle down, South African. Good lord! Just like we torch the huts of all the people in the village, and then we just run crazy with the lions. No, but seriously, Kat, that's awesome.
That is awesome. Congratulations. Proud of you.
I've only been actively searching for a year.
Takes
But
time.
you did it right. Sometimes I mean I'm telling you, sometimes people go 10 years and never get what they want, and you've found it. So good for you. All right.
So I look forward to more gaming in a week.
Hell yeah.
That's
We'll see you on Saturday, Kat and Lucy, for campaign 2, and then we'll see everybody on Sunday night for Unlikely Heroes. Have a
I will
fan-
not be streaming on Wednesday because I will be flying.
Oh shit, that's right, Lucy. You do leave this week. Send me a message, by the way, mid or late week, and just let me know if you think you're going to have any issues with connectivity, so that way we can work things out.
Actually, my parents said they just put in a new router and it's working a lot better.
Oh, well, look at that. Well, look, we played with you in Africa, so we know it's going to be good now. And
Besides,
you're
Wi-Fi or no Wi-Fi, I have enough data to last me a year. I'm showing up whether you want me to or not.
Can't keep Gray away.
We've been trying to shake this asshole for fucking 7 months now, but here he is.
Can't get rid of me that easy.
All right, buddy. Have a safe flight this week, and everybody have a great week at work. We'll see you next week.
Thanks,
You too.
everyone.
Thanks,
All right.
everybody.
See you
Bye,
guys.
guys.
Good night.
All right, my friends, we're going to go ahead and raid Rocker Joe. That's right, we are raiding Rocker Joe. So hold on with us for just a couple of moments. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for hanging out as long as you have. And, wow, we got a lot of people hanging out tonight. I seriously appreciate you guys all being here. Let me jump over to Rocker Joe's stream so I actually know what's going on. The Emperor's New Groove. Oh, PS1. Oh, we have to watch a weird helicopter thing. Oh, this is San Andreas. Okay. Oh my God. Holy shit. Okay. We got a few seconds. I'm hoping to work through the. Oh, Joe is just going live, so we might not actually get to see Rocker Joe himself, which is okay. We know that we have a time difference, so things have changed a little bit, but we're going to send some love regardless. Yep, that's okay. So we are going to send all 11 of our friends here. My friends, that's you. We are going to raid in 5, 4, 3, a 2, a 1. How many licks does it take to get to the center of that rocket jump? Oh, there we go. We're going.